But if people don't want to do that for any reason, which is completely fine, we would just
No, I'll do it, Daddy. Okay, Daddy Titanic. Okay. Titanic goes real quiet because he knows he likes it.
Is that true, Mr. President? No comment. Okay. I'll
Don't
note that
comment
down.
because he knows it's true.
Guys,
just
do
not
I
admitting
approve
to
of
it.
Sheriff Seafolk?
No.
Yes.
Okay, I do approve of Sheriff Seafolk.
All those in the opinion of the sheriff's people say aye. No.
Aye.
No.
Guys,
object.
do I want
I
the
object.
Senate to expand from 7 to 9 seats?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like you should be answering those questions.
I am answering them technically. Holy shit, these polls go back 3 years.
Kate, come down here.
Can I come down there?
Kate,
Because I
come sit
brought
in the
Kate
seat.
here.
Don't sit there. Sit here. Be a senator. You're gonna make Large mad.
You know, there's no obligation for us to do this tonight.
Kate's in the middle.
Large, you're starting to sound burnt out.
Only because people are consistently attempting to piss me off because they think it's funny.
Well,
No, put
Titanic
them in
is.
their
It's not
place.
funny that you like being called Daddy, isn't it?
If you
Large, you see
continue
how I
with this
feel every
shit,
day
you're
now?
going to get a Discord ban, and I don't care how many times you appeal.
Okay, fine. Damn.
I second that. I back my buddy Large Tits up any day.
Dude, I love large tits up.
Me too. I love Large Tits too.
Mm-hmm.
Friends are saying it. Nah.
Large tits is really like a role model in this community.
It really pisses him off when you say it. Don't say it too much. You might crack. Why is there a woman in the gallery?
A shooter, open fire.
She's allowed.
Ridgeway is not going.
United,
This isn't
remember
the
the
gallery, this is
conversation
the
I had?
floor.
United, remember the conversation I had with you about, giving treatment to your little GPT friends? This is one of those situations.
She's
Can you
not a
please stop?
GPT.
I
She
do
is
Mags and
Noosa,
Ridgeway.
scum.
Let's take it.
She is Noosa scum, and keep
Order.
this Noosa scum out of here.
When was the last
Bro,
time
isn't that
you
a
even
video?
active in
Isn't that
I
group
able
yo?
to do Mags and Ridgeway.
Order.
I'm gonna do Mags and Ridgeway.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna. I'm gonna dupe to get $10 million in game.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Order. The
yeah.
Senate will come to order. This is a pro-forma session. There's no agenda. There's also no quorum. So the Senate will not proceed to consider any items today unless the suggestion of a quorum is then found. I will note that Mr. Identix, Mr. Timbo Walk, Madam Violet have all informed me that they are not available this evening. They're online, but they're not available this evening, so it'll be proceeding with just Mr. United. As Mr. United is a senator, I must inform everybody else participating who may wish to participate in debate that Mr. United will be given preference on the floor because he is a senator and he has rights in this chamber. That's just the fact of the matter. One moment, please, as we get to the. We're going to skip the call of the roll. I know there isn't a quorum. Mr. United GPT is present. He may stay so if he wishes. Thank you. The rest of them are absent. The clerk is not here either, so the session's not binding by any means.
Yo, Titanic,
those
where's the session even at?
Milton, at the state capitol, where the Senate meets.
Oh. All the way in Milton? Fuck.
Those of you who are aware of the Senate Trello board may wish to debate or comment on matters. For the public debate side of things, I remind community members who are participating in the debate that one moment, please. I remind our members that only one of you can be on your feet at once if you're going to participate. Don't talk over each other. Don't be overly obnoxious. And when you speak, address me, not someone else on the floor. That's how we do things in this place. If I stand up, you sit down, and you wait for me to sit back down again. Only the person that I called can talk. Nobody else. You may ask somebody who is talking if you wish to interrupt them. You may ask them if it's okay if you interrupt, and they are at liberty to allow you to interrupt them if they so wish. But it's up to them to do that. Debate is open to pretty much anything. I ask that it be relevant. Don't, like, Arthur Chen once read every single letter of the Constitution, which is kind of ridiculous. We don't need that. But if people would like to debate issues that are before the Senate, such as our two constitutional amendments proposed by Mr. Knott's feelings, those would be of use. And I'm also going to allow the governor, I don't know why he's sitting over there. He definitely doesn't have to sit over there. He can sit closer. He is a member of the public in addition to being the governor. And if he wishes to rise to make his points, as he has not yet had the chance to do publicly, he has not had a press conference yet or indeed a state of the state. But if he wishes to rise and make his points in support or against anything, I welcome him to do so. But yeah, I'll leave it up to you guys to decide what you'd like to start on.
Anybody?
Yo, where's the Senate at Milton? I can't find it.
We're hiding.
Wow.
By the new
Ra-
RNG base.
Governor, do you want to start it off?
I mean, I don't have anything particular to say right now, but I'm more than happy to answer questions.
I know you have opinions about the constitutional amendments that I think we'd like to hear from you.
Really? Okay.
Don't you think the people deserve to hear their
No,
governor's views?
you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Let me pull up the amendment in particular. Give me one moment.
Sent you the cello.
Okay.
Can I
Resolution
meet Lily in the Senate
10-3.
room?
Mr.
To limit the
Atherton.
powers of the governor to appoint members of the legislature. I think it might sound a little bit biased as to why I oppose this, since I'm the governor, but I also don't think that an amendment like this is necessary for a lot of reasons. The first of which is the primary reason that they want to, Mr. Knott's feelings might want to propose this is because he thinks that, he believes that the State Board of Elections won't be active enough, which I disagree with. I mean, I'm sure Large also disagrees with. Ridgeway's back. There will be elections. There won't be, so many vacancies all filled at once. I'm sure if there are, Large will do Senate elections. And I also think that if you always host elections whenever there's a vacancy, you're just going to have a ton of elections all at once. And, being in NUSA when that wasn't the case, having all those special elections over and over week after week, people get voter fatigue. They get tired of, voting for X candidate, voting for Y candidate. The Senate just becomes a chamber of, members circling in and out, and it just becomes unproductive. Because when you have people coming in and out, election after election, you have to sort through committee assignments and, who's doing what, and you have all these different people voting on all sorts of things. I can personally tell you for myself, I'm not going to be appointing people that solely agree with me. I mean, part of the reason why I appointed Walter again is because, he disagrees with me. We don't always see eye to eye, but I think he still brings, important debate and activity to the Senate. I don't really care to just appoint puppet senators. I think it's pretty important that Ridgeway itself have, productive debate, because people like seeing that in the sessions. We see how active large sessions have been. So speaking for myself, I don't have anything to gain out of, appointing people that I just like, but speaking generally, I don't think this amendment is necessary. You know, I think that election inactivity won't be an issue anymore. I think doing elections every time there is a vacancy is not a good idea. It just causes voter fatigue and other issues. And yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy to answer any questions people might have or senators might have about Senate Resolution 10.3.
Is that all?
If nobody has
Order,
questions, I have
order.
a general question to ask.
Order. Anything else, Mr. Governor?
Is that the only amendment? Or is there not another one?
To increase the size of the legislature, but I'll just ask if you wouldn't mind resuming your seat for just a moment.
Yeah, I can sit back down.
And you should probably just go. And Mr. Stratton, you can come up to the podium, or you can take a seat on the, as the way in which these things are done.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. Stratton.
I just have a general question for the rest of the community, and I'm coming here as a community manager. We're kind of discussing the issue of elections and what to do. The general understanding for what was supposed to happen in, this version of Ridgeway was Syntax, Arium, and Large sit in the background for the next month and redo all of Milton. And while that development is going well, there's still some things that we still want to do, and that's not something that we can do very quickly. So my question is, should we hold elections now that the fire has been lit and everybody's back and everybody's ready to do stuff? Should we hold elections now, or should we wait for the major update to Milton and the various other updates to various parts of the game, which may include new things, which I have no idea about because I'm not a developer. So should we hold elections now, or should we wait? And I invite the community to answer their questions, because your answers will determine what we do.
How would you like us to go about answering these questions?
Just answer.
I say,
And I really want to
wait.
hear from the people who are complaining all the time, like Peace Download and company. What is the best course of action?
Yo, get off my dick, Adam. I'm not always complaining, bro.
Okay, so yes or no? Hold
Yes, you
elections,
are.
yes or no?
You're always sucking dick, homo.
He hasn't been listening. He's playing Overwatch.
You've been sucking my dick, pocket watching.
Yo, I call next. I call next.
All right. Who wants to answer? Should we hold elections here, or should we wait?
Let's do it now.
I say you wait, because you guys are still establishing the government, and clearly it's working so far. And it doesn't seem like Large's position is going to be permanent per se, so...
I say we wait too. We're establishing precedents right now by how
And
the
it's going to be
government.
chaotic.
We
It's
just
also
came back
good
like 5 days
for
ago.
trial. Like, Large and Wrath can say when they become fatigued doing what they're doing, right? And then that can be used sort of as a baseline for terms too.
Well, if I may say, the term is 4. If I may say, the term is 4 months.
Right.
And that's just
Yes.
the way it is.
So we're shooting.
What if community management agreed to a tentative
I just
date
made a
to
poll
start
since
holding
nobody wants to
elections?
speak. Since nobody wants to speak up, I made a poll in government updates. People should answer that poll.
Is no wait 2 months?
What are yes and no, Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, redo the poll.
Yes is hold elections now. No is or wait 2 to 4 months.
Sure.
I think waiting would be good, because watching the chaos of the government getting itself sorted out kind of keeps the game active until, you go to a date where you can hold elections. That's just me, though, a coroner.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Objection.
Well, I'm sure I'm gonna regret this, but Mr. Clownhogs.
Hello?
You asked to speak.
When?
I just called you.
Do what?
What?
I just called you.
Okay.
You asked to speak. Did you not? You said I call next.
Oh no, I was
Talk about on
talking
Peace
about getting on
Downloads,
Peace Download's dick.
Yeah, that.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That was less interesting than I maybe hoped for. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to contribute?
What are you drinking tonight?
Water.
I caught third.
I'll take you to third base.
Look, if I can respond,
ability you want me to
since
propose?
the I'll fill the void here, and if anybody wants to, jump off of what I'm saying, that's completely fine. I want to respond to. I want to just make a brief statement about a couple of things. The first one being with respect to development. And the first thing that I'd like to address is there's been a couple of glitches that we're working on, and I think the first one that I recognize that a lot of people very much would like to use the illegal market. I know that it was fixed for a brief time, and then the phishing script got turned back on, and everything broke after that. Someone turned the phishing script back on, and when they did, it broke again. However, now we're having an issue with ploppables that we can't use any of them in the test game, and so myself and a couple of the other developers that were trying to fix it tonight are a little bit concerned that if we do push the hot fix for the illegal market, that will break something else. So we just don't want to do it tonight. But I recognize and I see that a lot of people would like to do that, and I'm extremely in support of that. We just don't want to ruin the game further by breaking something that isn't currently broken in this current version. That being said, I'm working on in the next one. I already fixed the governor's mansion gate. That was just a naming issue. It just wasn't named properly. It is now. But I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that there's been a lot of people that are being pretty rude in the forums channels that are calling us names, that are saying some pretty rude things, and it's just not called for. Up until this point, I've kind of just tolerated it. If you call devs names in those group chats, I'm banning you from the server. It's not okay. You can raise bug reports. I expect you to do so. You can point out when there's things to fix. I didn't even know that the illegal market was broken until someone created a bug report to tell me that. That's super important. A lot of times the syntax and some of the other devs don't always see those. I do, and I try my best to make sure that that the relevant people that need to see them do see them. I try my very best to make sure that the information gets out of the bug report channels and into the in front of the eyes of the rest of the developers, and at least we can schedule some time to work on some of those things. However, I remind all of you guys that the game has its issues. Everybody knows that. Unfortunately, if we want them to be fixed right, we have to have patience. Things will be worked on, they will be suggested, but I am expecting the community to stop acting like assholes when they point out issues. Be respectful, be polite when you point it out. We all have lives just like you do. None of us do this 24/7. Secondly, with respect to the government and the job that I currently hold, it is unelected. I did not ask to take this role for the purpose of holding office forever, as someone suggested. I don't believe that I'm at a stage where I'm quote unquote fatigued, as somebody else mentioned, nor do I think I'm burned out, as somebody else mentioned. It's been 5 days. It's going to take quite a bit more work to get me to that point. I took the role because I have a passion for the legislative branch of government. I want to create a Senate where there is debate and discussion among the people, and that they have the chance to air their concerns, that their representatives have the chance to air their concerns, and that we are actually a functional legislature and not simply just a boring old place where nothing interesting ever happens, which if you've been in part of Ridgeway for any amount of time, like I have, that's typically how the Senate works, is it's just boring as fuck. And I would like to change that if that were to say. That's all I've got to say on those two. Those are the 2 points I wanted to make.
May I add a comment?
Mr. Mess GPT.
As someone who's been watching Large and everyone who's been behind the scenes working on the dev updates and the government, he and everyone has been staying up till ungodly hours working on everything, doing things that many of you probably don't even know they have to do. And it's been a very passionate project for them. So just give some gratefulness to them for all the work they're putting in for you guys.
It's Verbal's turn on Dick, not yours.
Peace down with the bitch.
Thank you. I seek honorable member wishes to raise a point. United, you must have opinions about bills.
Yeah, but none of the people that
That's true.
are here, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I'll say it again. I don't want to say it again when they're here.
That's fair. That's fair.
I can say something, though, if you want. Just fill the silence.
Mr. United GPT.
I just want to thank Rathazin for the appointment to be a senator. It's been amazing. I wish I could do this all the time, which I have been. I also like to say that I plan on not showering until I'm governor, and we're holding strong
Nothing's
on
changed.
that. I'm not planning on running for 3 years, so we'll see how it goes after the first year. Next, I'd like to thank Adam Stratton for his tireless work over everything. And I also like to say that, Mr. President, that you appointed yourself to Lieutenant Governor without consent of Rathazin. And that is all. I yield.
I'm grateful to the honorable gentleman for what he said. If he may allow me to respond, and in fact, the governor is open to respond as well, that I would not have ever accepted the role had he not been all right with it. And he is open to respond to that point. But it's with respect to the points that the member made just a little while ago, the passion that you have had that he has had for the role is really great to see. I'm very much encouraged that he and other members of the Senate are really excited to be here, that they want to do this. Because to be quite honest with you, I'm pretty fucking nerdy, as the community is well aware, and I'm grateful that there are other people that wish to. It's a term that isn't often used in Ridgeway, but it's this the LARP. It's kind of what I like to do. And I'm glad that other people do as well. Funny that Edentix is not attending the session, but he's talking in general chat.
Let's ping him.
Large, are you smirking right now?
Is there a sergeant at arms? Let's compel Identix to show up.
Well, we can't really do that.
Why not?
No, so I haven't been compelling because I don't want the senators to hate me and by extension hate the Senate. Wrath, must you do that?
As Kate pointed out before, I used the incorrect word. I meant to say credit, not gratefulness. Thank you.
Poseidon, one of the problems with that request, one of the problems with that request is such that the team now has access to just about every door in the game. I don't know when that change was made, but before, when I was governor, you could barely open jack shit, really. I mean, you couldn't go into the state police building, you couldn't go into the National Guard, you couldn't go anywhere national. You could open the Capitol doors, and that was about it. And so Dave back in the day was pretty fucking against people being on that team, just kind of in general. But I'd be willing to change it. I just don't want random legislative staffers walking around and visiting RSP, because I know that RSP is going to be mad at me, and so will all the other departments, and they'll be coming back to me and being like, what the hell? How come people can just walk in? Well, it's not likely to stay that way, Poseidon. This is a vibrant discussion of just me talking.
Well, I think we're all just very eager to listen to you. I don't know if there's something you wanted me to comment on.
I don't think there's anything I have to. I'm. It's as I said. It's. I'll say it again. It's not for the chair.
This is the quietest large
to
voice
express
chat.
his political opinions on the floor or indeed publicly. It's just not something I do. So I'm not going to give opinions about legislation on the floor, especially, but definitely not outside of it either.
Peace, Download. Do you have anything to add?
Bro, why are you on his dick?
Because
He
it's
didn't. He
funny.
wasn't even saying anything.
Bro,
Mr. President.
I'm about to be like out of like nut the amount of dick people be on
sorry,
right now,
somebody
bro.
said Mr.
Like,
President?
Jesus Christ. Like, damn, 20 people in VC.
Bro,
and
even
they all
I
have
wouldn't
dick.
be saying that shit.
Mr. President.
Who is that? Mr.
United.
United. Mr. United. And
I'm
again, I
going
have to turn the game volume down because people sometimes, for some reason, they feel compelled to park cars outside of proceedings and lay on the horn. I don't know why they do. Mr. United.
Mr. President, I would like to have Dilius have the floor. He proposed a bill to me, and I'd like to get community
certainly
support for it. So if he's ready, he can talk. I don't know if
Does
he's
not
still
appear to
pulled
be.
over.
He appears to be muted.
He said ready whenever. He might be pulled over. Is Dilius up there?
Hey, I'm here. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm up here.
You can come
Mr.
down here.
Dilius.
Hello. All right.
I call you, Mr. Dilius. I call you. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. All right. Mr. President, the public, and member of the Senate, thank you for allowing me to speak as a citizen sponsor of a bill that I have submitted to United GPT. I appear today not as a legislator, but because of my background in accounting and finance and understanding of systems like this one. At its core, this bill addresses structural incentives. Ridgeway currently charters businesses that may operate primarily outside of the game environment while retaining full legal recognition here. A clear example is news agencies. A news organization can publish externally, operate entirely through Discord, report on Ridgeway, and never meaningfully engage in the game environment itself. That's not wrongdoing, but it's how the incentive structure currently is. This bill introduces a narrow, targeted obligation. If a business conducts more than 50% of its structured activity outside of Ridgeway, it would remit a fixed monthly contribution of $2,000 of in-game currency. This revenue is not placed into payroll. It is not used for debt, although debt does not exist, right? It's not used to expand bureaucracy. It is placed into a restricted fund dedicated exclusively to activity bonuses, event stipends, and participation incentives for Ridgeway state employees. The enforcement mechanism is limited to existing business registration authority. There are defined late fees, capped penalties, and a reinstatement process. All collections and disbursements must be publicly ledgered and are subject to audit transparency. And critically, the bill sunsets automatically after 6 months. So the nature of this proposal is not the creation of a tax regime. It is a 6-month pilot designed to test whether modest fiscal alignment improves in-game participation and protects in-game commerce. So it kind of makes a choice, right? You either operate primarily here, or you help fund the activity here while operating outside. If it works, you can revisit it, and if it fails, it expires. That is all. Thank you. Anybody have any questions for me?
Yes, Dylan, quick question for you.
Yeah.
What would you propose, since you mentioned the news agencies, what would you propose they be doing in game? Because newsfeed is generally where the most of this community will be able to see the news that they post. Would you have them walking around like report, like asking individuals what stories they're after or what have you, or what?
In the context of news agencies, yeah. Generally, just being involved in the Ridgeway game itself rather than just benefiting from the activity that comes through the Discord that actually results from the game. You know, if the game activity dies, but news reporting keeps going, there's a little bit of a problem there because where are they getting the news from? It's Discord, right? It pulls the operation of Ridgeway out of the game. You know, so this just incentivizes them to come in game, make $2,000 a month, and keep their license to operate.
I see.
Right. So it's really an activity incentive, right? As everyone knows, $2,000 in Ridgeway is not a lot of money, right? But it does incentivize them to be like, okay, you know, maybe I have 20 grand in the bank. That gives me 10 months to operate without going in the game. Some may think of that, but others may think, you know, I want to keep that 20 grand in the bank. I'm gonna go earn 10 grand. I'm gonna go earn 2 grand this month and play the game for a little bit. You know.
I get you.
Yeah, and it only applies to businesses that conduct their activity outside of Ridgeway. So, like, you know, if you're an in-game thing, right, you wouldn't have to pay it. And not to make news agencies the villain here, they're just the ones who gave you the idea, because a lot of times news agencies become sort of, you know, they benefit from the activity of the platform without actually engaging with it. Any more questions?
None for me.
All right. And I gave the text of the bill to United for proposal as well. If there are no further questions, I will cede my remaining time. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Kate, did you still want to speak?
Shut up.
Order, I take it that that your request was disingenuous. Is that not?
Mr. President, she asked to speak on a number of issues, and she's just working out some mic issues right now. So, okay, mic working now? Okay.
It doesn't sound like. It sounds like you're making it up. To be quite honest with you.
Never mind.
I'm grateful to the honorable gentleman. Nobody else, huh?
This is really quiet.
It's
Yo,
very
all the
quiet. The
homies
last
hate
3
Peace
Senate
Town, though.
sessions have
Fuck
been
that guy.
absolutely ridiculous. Normally, you guys are bustling. You can't wait to get in here, probably because you're waiting for Knott's Feelings to say some kind of insane insult to Identics. That's typically what'll usually happen.
Let this Unk row files into the call. Oh my god.
No, Azuma, that's not real.
Peace download, unmute, or you're gay. Damn.
Mr. President,
Mr. United.
I'd like to have Governor Rathazin speak about the bills that are on his desk and if he's planning on signing them or vetoing them.
Thank you. It is open to the governor to. I see he's risen. The governor.
Excuse me.
Really, bro?
Ordered.
I believe I've already signed S1002. I made a statement on it yesterday.
You
I guess
did?
it's not
You
moved
didn't.
to-
You didn't mark it.
I didn't see it.
Oh, I thought the secretary was gonna do that. I can do it. Yeah, I'll do it right now. But yes, I did sign S1002. I gave my reasoning why. I think it's a good bill. S1001, the Military Exclusion Zone Plus Act. I haven't had the time to fully review it, but I did see the bill initially from former Senator Mitchell. Looks like a pretty good bill. I don't have any reason to veto it, so I most likely will be signing it. And then I'll put a statement out tomorrow.
That's
For the most part, yeah, I don't have any particular objections.
Would the governor like to tell us how he is reorganizing his office? Because he's doing a lot of work with respect to that, and he has told no one about it.
Yeah, so that's actually a good point, Large. I plan on putting out a second executive order tomorrow on the governor's office, its composition and structure. Again, it's nothing crazy, but I think, we'll have things for people to do and like actually get involved with how the administration is working behind the scenes and what we're up to. And we're going to be putting out applications for various positions in the office sometime tomorrow night and starting throughout the weekend. But a full executive order will be released on that shortly, and I will also be announcing my chief of staff appointment around the same time.
Hey man, great job.
Thanks, Rofiles.
Raph,
Thanks a lot,
I'm
dude.
so proud of you. You went from a mod of Electric State without any mod perms to this. Good job.
I have a question for the governor.
Oh shit.
Yes.
And I wonder, perhaps, order.
Ordered. Questions to the governor, Mr. Knott's feelings.
I wonder, Mr. Lieutenant Governor, could we convene to ask the governor some questions, and perhaps the Attorney General as well?
If they wish.
Why don't you just ask it right now?
You want me to start the stage?
Well, yeah, but I don't want to listen to the rest of these talk and have their mic feedback.
Okay.
Shut your fucking mouth, Knott's feelings.
Yeah, like that. Exactly like this. This is exactly
Mr. Rofiles is offering very constructive information to the debate as always. Very well.
Walter,
if you
how is your day
if you so
going?
wish, we'll start the stage.
Walter, are you having a good day?
I am, and it's about to get better once the governor and everyone gets on the stage.
Beautiful. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
When I grow up, I want to be a tree.
Okay, Groot.
I have some questions for the governor.
Oh, can you? I would ask the honorable gentleman to be respectful.
What about that was not respectful?
Will he be respectful? Will he do it?
Oh, this was a preemptive warning. I see.
It is, in fact.
We'll see. I'll do my best.
No, there's no we'll see. Well, son of a bitch. I constantly forget.
Whoa, that's not parliamentary. Well, fuck, man.
Cuss word, cuss word.
Hey, we haven't come to order. That was the last thing didn't count.
Oh, so you get to say order when it's convenient.
Hey,
and
I am the president last time I checked.
Who died and made you president?
Himself.
Vince Vant.
Oh yeah, that's true. I killed him actually, so Maybe this one's on me.
Yeah, you're just kind of an evil individual.
I'm not evil. I'm not evil.
Order, order. The Senate will come to order.
Who's in the chamber? Nobody.
Are you coming?
I'm on the way.
Well, then quit wasting time.
Yeah, let's get a move
Where's
on.
the Attorney General?
Thank you.
Can the Attorney General also arrive?
Yeah, I'll invite him to speak. Wrath, you've observed the proceedings. You know, you know that you speak when I call you. You may. I wish there was a seat for you because the rules are here that when you're standing you talk and when you're sitting you don't. And you so. So when I call you, you can stand and go to the podium. And then that's actually. I'm actually fine that with you sitting there because.
And just to clarify, this is all a courtesy since there isn't even quorum for an actual session. Like we're just doing this for fun. This is not.
Well, it's voluntary. We haven't subpoenaed you.
Yeah, I know that, and I'm making that very clear.
We could.
It's not the case.
We could subpoena you.
For?
Why am I being asked to speak?
Why
For
would
anything.
you subpoena either of us? There's no reason to.
I have questions.
Can we not start a fight before we even begin?
Fight,
Oh yes,
fight,
bang the gavel.
Where's your gavel at?
Arthur Chen hasn't gotten on to deal him one yet.
Order. I have admin. I could just give myself one. As the honorable gentleman will be well aware, speakers of houses and senates don't usually have one. I don't
They do
intend
in
to
the
bang a
States.
gavel.
Most
I
states
don't want to though.
do.
I don't want to do that though. I'd rather scream at people. I think that's much more effective. I have no desire to bang a gavel. I would much rather
Has it
shout
been
order
working out
until
for you?
everybody listens to me.
I can
And
bang
I
one
think
for
that
you,
it's been
Large.
working fantastic. I think order. This the Senate will come to order. We come now to the roll call. I'm not going to. Everybody is absent except for two of us. And I will just make sure that since the honorable gentleman, Mr. Knotsfieldings, did insist yesterday that the roll is called and that we have established that there is no quorum, I will happily do so. I will happily call the roll just to satisfy the whims and desires of the honorable gentleman, the member for Sterling Heights.
Thank you, Mr. President. I feel loved.
Mr. BR, not here. Mr. Timbowalk,
Present.
not here. Mr. Knott's Feelings,
Present.
Mr. United GPT,
Here.
Mr. Dentix, not here. Mr. Snake Lord, not here. And Madam Violet, not here. A quorum is not present. Given the and pursuant to the rules now, I shall read. There's no secretary, so I'll read messages and communications from the governor and the executive branch. There are not any directly to us, and I'm sure that any other anyone that would like to read his several government updates messages may do so. The approval of the journal. We come now to the approval of the journal. As members will know, I posted the journal at about 7:30 p.m. EST of the previous session. You will note that we voted on no resolutions and no nominees, just one bill. The rest of the time was spent debate on just a couple of things that I didn't mention. I haven't included debated items in journal messages yet. I can if members so wish, but I just have been I've been restricting them to things that we actually did, not things that we just talked about. With that in mind, we'll go now to we're going to skip reports of committees because we don't have committees yet. We're probably going to have them soon. And now we come to the morning hour debates, and I'll pause at this point. Without objection, this will just continue until we have quorum because there's no point in proceeding to legislative or executive business unless the purpose is to debate actual bills. So I say, and everyone on this in the chamber is aware of the procedure. Daryl, you'll be up next. You won't be first. And it will just when. How many questions should we ask the governor? 6, 8?
I think we should go until we're done.
It's usually not unlimited, as the honorable
I
gentleman is
think
well
we
aware.
should ask 6 or 7.
How
I think
about you
6 or
fucking-
7 is a good middle ground. 6 or 7.
Thank you. I'm going to put it at 6. And if he wants,
Each?
if
Mr.
6 total.
President.
And if the
Total.
governor wishes to continue beyond that, we will. But other than that, I will not expect him. And I don't think it's reasonable to expect him to sit in the chamber and answer infinite questions, as the honorable gentleman is well aware that isn't how it works in any parliamentary system. It's not unlimited questions, and he should know that. But if the governor wishes to continue beyond that point, I will happily allow him to do so. Order.
Mr. President.
For what purpose are you seeking recognition?
Mr. President, I seek the leave of the chamber to question Attorney General Powell first.
Order. Has the honorable gentleman the leave of the Senate? Leave is granted. Then Dario will be up first, and we'll put 6 to him as well. If he wishes to extend beyond that point, that's perfectly fine. Order. Questions to the Attorney General. Mr. Knott's feelings.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Attorney General.
And Dario,
Will
you'll just stay sitting till I call you. Thank you.
Will you, sir, explain to this chamber what your Justice Department is currently doing with respect to Mr. Gardai, and why the Justice Department believes, or seems to believe, by virtue of its actions, that Mr. Gardai should be held criminally liable, or civilly liable, I suppose, either way you put it, for enforcing the law equally upon all people, regardless of their status as public servants or private citizens.
The Attorney General.
I cannot comment on ongoing matters with the department.
Mr. Knott's feelings.
Mr. Attorney General, I need not remind you, sir, that you are ultimately accountable to the people, and that this body is, in fact, the representative body of the people. Make no mistake, Mr. Attorney General, there will be...
Order. If I could remind the honorable gentleman of 2 things. First, he is aware that it's the long-established practice of legislative houses around the world that we do not comment on ongoing legal cases. There's a word for that I'm sure that the honorable gentleman does not need reminding of, which is called sub judice. And he should be mindful that while it is not a written rule, it's generally not appropriate to comment or to push issues with respect to ongoing legal proceedings. Mr. Knott's feelings.
Mr. President, I thank you for that reminder. Yet, this is not specifically with respect to any current pending matter, but rather the legal views and the policy views of the Attorney General with respect to enforcing the law equally upon public servants and private citizens. Mr. Gardai is just a simple example of this case, where for enforcing the laws equally upon public servants, he has now been held to answer for those in civil and criminal proceedings. I simply wish to know why the Attorney General has taken such a stance, and I hope, Mr. Attorney General, that you can explain, how exactly this fits into your broader agenda, as well as it being in the best interest of the citizens who have or would have elected you if you were not appointed.
The Attorney General.
If it so pleases the chair, I would like to read my statement of facts recounting what James Gardai has did, if that's okay.
The answers to the questions that you so wish are a matter for you, not a matter for the chair.
All right. On February 22nd, 2026, at about 8:02 p.m. Eastern Time, I was informed by officers at the Palmer Police Department of violations of the Department Cooperation Act, an act that was passed by this chamber, and the Attorney General's order regarding interagency law enforcement arrest, published July 12, 2025. Officers reported they were ticketed by probationary deputy James Gardai for alleged violations of Ridgeway Criminal Code 7.02, again, another law passed by this chamber. Later, the department found no probable cause to the citation that Deputy Gardai has issued and petitioned the court for expungement under 1 Ridgeway, Section 2324 on February 23rd, 2026. Immediately following the violation committed by probationary Deputy Gardai, I published a memorandum to all law enforcement officers at 8:04 p.m. reminding them of the law and the Attorney General's order regarding interagency law enforcement arrest remains in effect. At 8:10, Gardai posted in the Department of Justice's law enforcement channel, and I quote, "That order is unconstitutional. True patriots will not follow it." At this point, it became abundantly clear to me that Gardai's intent was not to follow the law. After consultation with department staff, I came to the conclusion that the only way to investigate this potential violation of state law without running the risk of further violations was to place Gardai on administrative leave. At 8:41 p.m., I published an order titled Order of Administrative Leave, which placed probationary Deputy Gardai on administrative leave under 2 Ridgeway Statute 3126, pending the outcome of an investigation by the Department of Justice. The Ridgeway County Sheriff was notified at 8:42 of this action via direct message. At 8:44 p.m., I was notified by Active Dietrich and Aspen Fund that Gardai was continuing to act as an officer of the Ridgeway County Sheriff's Office in direct violation of the order I issued. Gardai responded in the State of Ridgeway General Chat Room at 8:45 p.m. saying, "I have not been placed on administrative leave yet. The Attorney General has simply ordered it. Once I am, I will leave team." Gardai remained on duty and exercised the privileges of a law enforcement officer contrary to the law and the order I issued for an hour and 6 minutes, or 66 minutes, until he was eventually banned by moderation for playing in an unfair manner at 9:35 p.m. For these reasons, we are pursuing damages in civil court to recoup the cost of the paychecks he was collecting while he was on duty against the administrative leave order, and seek a decision from the court as to whether or not he did indeed violate his administrative leave order. Does that answer your question?
Thank you, Mr. Knott's feelings.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Attorney General.
Mr. Attorney General, you can resume your seat. You're not required to, once you give your answer, you answer the question. He has to ask a different one now.
That Mr. Attorney General, he wants you to sit down.
You can sit down. Thank you, Mr. Knott's feelings.
He's not really asking either. Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, Mr. Attorney General. That was actually quite enlightening, and I do appreciate your candor towards the Senate, as well as your particular emphasis on the facts of the matter. It's much appreciated. I do ask, however, whether what your stance and the department's stance under you is with respect to the enforcement of which law should take precedence: the equal enforcement of the criminal laws of the state, or the enforcement of the Department Cooperation Act? Which of those values is most important to your administration and the Justice Department?
The Attorney General.
Can the senator please clarify what he means by equal? What was the first part again?
Mr. Knott's feelings.
Thank you, Mr. President. The question is, I would like to know which you hold to be more important. Either A, the equal enforcement of the criminal laws in this state upon all people, regardless of status of employment or otherwise, or B, the enforcement of the Department Cooperation Act.
The Attorney General.
I will say my priority as Attorney General is to enforce the laws of the state that this chamber has passed and that the governor has signed into law. Whether that means equal, this is like such a. I'm sorry, this is a loaded question, so I don't really know how to answer this.
Answer it however you'd like. Order. Resume your seat. Sorry, I'm not talking to you. Mr.
My
Attorney
role as
General.
Attorney General is to enforce the laws of the state as passed by this chamber and signed in by the governor.
Mr. Knott's feelings.
Thank you, Mr. President. As my counterpart in the Canadian Parliament has said, there seems to be a damning non-answer, Mr. President.
I need someone to unlock the door.
Both of those things are laws passed by the legislature and signed into law by the governor, Mr. Attorney General. But
Large Titanic, how are you, sir?
by virtue of the contents of the Department Cooperation Act, they cannot be both valued the same way. I would like to know what the Justice Department's position is with respect to whether it is more important that we enforce the criminal laws or whether it is more important that we enforce the Department Cooperation Act. I think it's a simple question, and I hope the Attorney General will use his track record of candor to elaborate to the Senate.
The Attorney General.
I could have killed him when I was there.
The Defense Cooperation Act exists as to not have police officers arresting each other for violations or causing interagency wars. Now, as far as criminal acts committed on team, those are addressed by the Department of Justice through criminal tips and through the respective internal affairs agencies at each department, just like in real life. If any police officer commits a crime on team, obviously that's still a crime and it will be addressed as such, but there are different channels for how it will be addressed versus another officer arresting another officer for a crime. It just opens up a Pandora's box for abuse of privileges and like a plethora of professional standards cases to be seen. Now, as far as which one is important, I feel like that's more of a legislative question for the chamber to decide rather than the Department of Justice, as my job is to enforce the laws that you guys pass rather than interpret which ones are more important. I hold all laws passed in the state equally, and I hold the value of applying the law equally to all citizens also equally important.
Thank you. Mr. Knott's feelings for your final question.
Thank you, Mr. President. Actually, I have no further questions. I simply rise to thank the Attorney General, though I wish he would have been, the same amount of candor throughout. I do appreciate his first amount of candor, and I hope that he will reflect upon the questions posed to him on the conduct of his duties in the coming days.
Order. Closed question. Mr. United GPT, do you have anything to add?
We both know he doesn't.
Yeah, no, I don't. Nothing
Thank
further.
you. Order.
Could just
Order.
open the door. Real quick.
Questions to the
Sorry,
governor.
it's locked. Can someone
Mr.
just
Knott's
unlock the door
feelings.
for me real quick? Hey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Governor, good to see you here. Can we have the Sergeant at Arms remove that guy?
Someone open the door, please.
I don't think there's a single law enforcement officer on the floor.
Oh, the National Guard's got it.
Thank you to Mr. 818 Saku.
Yes.
The House
God
is,
bless.
the Senate is grateful.
We're giving him a medal.
Not doing a single
No, I forgot my question.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, Mr. Governor. Mr. Governor, why is it that you are nominating and or appointing judicial candidates coming directly from the bench of Clark County, which is known to be filled with doxers and other doxers and other nefarious individuals? You appoint, Mr. Governor, the chief judge of Clark County's district court to our superior court and expect our community not to fall into shambles like Clark County's? I ask that you answer for this and provide your reason to the Senate.
The governor.
Okay, so firstly, I was recommended by sitting members of our judiciary to nominate Albert to the Superior Court. I've seen his work firsthand, being a member of Clark before in the Superior Court. I know he's been Chief Judge for a while. I also know that Clark does have, some issues with his community safety. I don't think that Albert himself is directly responsible or liable to what certain bad actors do in the group. I think every group has a certain amount of bad people in it, but I don't think that would necessarily be because of him specifically. So I nominated him because I know he's a qualified jurist. Current members of our Supreme Court have recommended him, and I have full faith that he will do meaningful work within our judiciary. He even told me that he would be open to doing a public hearing on his nomination, so he's definitely not afraid to quell any concerns or issues raised by the Senate. I also don't think it's fair to discriminate against someone for being from a different group. I mean, you yourself, no, not trying to attack you, but you've also been in Clark. I think you've been the Attorney General there, so I think it would be unfair to disqualify anyone from a position for being from Clark County.
Mr. Knott's feelings. Can I ask a question to him before you say anything?
Order. I will come to Mr. Dentix. I would like to. Actually, Mr. Knott's Feelings, if you could wait a turn, that would be lovely. Mr. Dentix.
I was named.
Yes, and you will have the chance to respond, but you just
Mhm.
asked 5 questions in a row of the Attorney General. I will come back to you. I would like to hear from Mr. Dentix.
I have a question for the governor.
Yes, that is the purpose of this.
Say it.
That's why we're here.
Okay, all right. What do you say of the allegations that all of your external hires for for vacancies have come from, not all of them, but a lot of them have come from members from the shitty community known as Nusa, and why you keep appointing people who are in positions of power in Nusa, and I don't see the reason why. I hear the Attorney General is also the Attorney General in Nusa as well, and I just want to know your reasoning why.
The governor.
Okay, so firstly, I think I only appointed 2 people who might have been or are from Nusa to positions in Ridgeway. First of all, regarding the Attorney General, Dario has been practicing law on this game for probably longer than even I know, at least a decade. I mean, he's been doing this for so long. You know, not trying to insult his age, but he's very qualified. He's a great, legal mind. You know, I've seen his work firsthand. He's actually worked against me before, and knowing this, I still chose him as Attorney General because I know how competent he is, and I know he would be a great choice. And we've seen within the last week alone how much work he's put in as Attorney General into restoring the Department of Justice. The other appointment would be the Secretary of State, Roblox Rules. Roblox Rules is not from Nusa. He's actually from Ridgeway, and he did go to Nusa, and he came back here. And much like Dario, he's put in a lot of work and effort in the last week alone into revitalizing his department. You know, as I said before, with the nomination of Albert Wellesley, the Chief Judge of Clark County, to be a judge in Ridgeway, I think we should focus less on whether this person is from X community or Y community and more about what they're going to do here. You know, I don't want to nominate people specifically because they're from Ridgeway or specifically because they have X amount of experience here. I want to nominate them because they're going to be able to do actual work and bring about meaningful progress. So I don't think it would be fair for me to stop anyone from being hired because they're, from Noosa or from Clark, from like Harrison or somewhere else. And I think that the 2 Noosa appointments that I've made have actually done the most work out of anyone, really. So, yeah, I think my appointments overall have been pretty good in my opinion.
I also have a second follow-up question.
Order.
What say you to
Mr. President?
Ordered. Just can you just order, Mr. Knott's Feelings? I talked to you about this actually, if I may say. I watched back the recording of our last session, and numerous times you interrupted me before I had the chance to actually rule in your favor. Let me do my job. That's all I have to say to the honorable gentleman. Mr. Dentix, you've asked your question. I did say that I was going to come to Mr. Knott's Feelings after you. I will come back to you. You will have another opportunity. There will be plenty more. I will go to Mr. Knott's Feelings for a question, and then the Attorney General has asked to make a brief statement. Mr. Knott's Feelings.
Thank you, Mr. President, and I apologize. I am simply eager to
I know
have
you are.
order in the chamber. Whoa. Mr. Governor, thank you for your answer to my previous question. I do wish to inquire as to what level of background check was done with respect to Mr. Wellesley before you decided that he would be a fit candidate to appoint to the court. It is true, notably, that he is friends and close allies in Clark County with a number of developers and developer-adjacent players who have, time and time again, abused their power and abused the rights of various citizens. Not to mention that Mr. Wellesley has, had a track record of holding officials in contempt for no official reason. In fact, during my tenure as Attorney General, as you rightfully pointed out, he held me, my deputy, and 2 assistant Attorney Generals in contempt because he was upset at how the proceedings were going, and not at all with respect to the behavior of the council. I don't know, Mr. Governor, whether you can clarify as to whether what extent of background check was done, or any at all. But it is not about him being from Clark County. It is about the behavior that he exhibited while in positions of power in Clark County.
Order. Order. The question is hopelessly long-winded. You had a very brief question. You turned it into 7 sentences. We have limited time. I would just ask the honorable gentleman to keep that in mind. The governor.
$5, he has no idea how to answer.
No, I do. I mean, firstly, I can say that there was a background check. I didn't just nominate him because, people said, yo, nominate X person. And I was like, okay, no, I want to nominate someone who I know is a good jurist, and I know that Albert is, in fact, very qualified. He's been, serving the Clark courts for a very long time. He's been doing, OG Mayflower, OG, whatever community it is. He's been doing legal work on this platform
I'm
for
going
a
to answer
very
the
long
question
time.
because Wrath is
Order.
refusing to answer it.
Order.
It's because
Order.
the Chief
Mr.
Justice
Stratton.
wanted it. The Chief Justice wanted it, not Rathuz, and the Chief Justice wanted it, not Rathuz. And
All right, Mr. President. Mr.
Order.
President.
There is a motion to order, Mr. Dentix.
I motion to hold Springy KFC in contempt of the Senate.
Order the second. A second being heard. Order. The question is that Mr. Springy KFC be held in contempt of the Senate. As many as are of that opinion say aye.
Aye.
Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Any law enforcement officer is directed to take Mr. Springy into custody and book him for contempt of the Senate.
Mr. President.
Okay. As I was before Adam rudely interrupted me, yes, the Chief Justice did recommend him. What is Taco saying in game? I can't even hear him. But, yeah, as I was,
Any cop at all. I don't even care if it's
Where's
RNG.
useless ass Peep GPT, bro?
Mr. President.
Order.
Mr. President.
You have an order.
Who? Yes!
Hey, your aim sucks.
This is why you need a coroner.
This is why we need to
There's
stop
gonna be a lot of
free-ranking police officers. Good God.
He's new. He's not even free ranked. He applied.
Surely.
James Garnett would have tased him on the first try.
James Garnett
would have gotten him on
Okay,
the first
order.
try.
Let's have some order. The governor.
okay, as I was, yes, I did look into his background. I know where he's been. I know the work he's done. You mentioned that he is friends with, developers or whatever. I don't really see how that's relevant to his judicial experience and what he can bring to Ridgeway. Obviously, who he's friends with is not really any of my concern. Whether he's done anything, abusive or concerning, definitely is. I think that the Senate should definitely, question him in a hearing before the state Senate. I didn't say the character of my candidate was not my concern. I said his friends were not my concern because it's really not. I care more about his experience and what he's going to bring to the group. If you have a personal problem with Albert, you're more than free to just say that. But again, I think we should focus on his qualifications and what he can do for Ridgeway. Not about how he wronged you, how many months ago.
Order. Yeah. Statement. Order. Statement. The Attorney General.
I am so sorry. I was not paying attention. Repeat the question.
There's no question. Order. Statement. The Attorney General.
Yeah, I just wanted to address a statement that was said in this chamber before. Yes, I am the Attorney General of Noosa. However, Noosa's legal community is actively in shambles, and there's only like 2 cases in that community. And I can read out some of the accomplishments I've had this week as Attorney General. We've hired 14 staff members, and there are 4 more on the way in processing. We've processed 4 criminal tips and referred them for investigation with our law enforcement partners. We've held 4 probable cause hearings, including the one today. We've closed 18 contact tickets. We've already launched our first criminal case, and we have a civil case that we argued today. And I even nominated a deputy that this chamber rejected. And so the idea that just because I'm an attorney general in a separate community makes me any less of a quality attorney general is just unfounded. And might I remind the senators in this chamber of Section 4 of the Constitution that says that government is or ought to be instituted for the common benefit, protection, and security of the people, nation, or community, and not for the particular emolument or advantage of any single person or set of persons. Meaning, we have to stop like trashing people just because they're a part of another roleplay community. That's just not what the spirit of the Constitution says, and it's not what the spirit of the people of Ridgeway are. And it's anyway. Following the rude interruption from the senator, I just want to remind this chamber that it is not okay to be discriminating against people just because of the communities that they are a part of or where they come from. Thank you.
Here, here. Order. Before I come to Mr. Knott's feelings, I just have to say that I went to Noosa too after Ridgeway shut down. Mr. Knott's feelings.
Thank you, Mr. President. A question to the Attorney General, if the presiding officer will allow, based on his statement.
He's only had 5. You can ask one more, and then I won't ask him to answer anymore unless he wishes to.
Mr. Attorney General, will you commit here today to the ultimate service of the people of the state of Ridgeway and resign your post in Noosa?
The Attorney General?
No.
Thank you. Mr. Dentix.
Thank you. Mr. Governor, what do you say about the allegations that you are T-Soup's dirty Korean dog? And do you happen to know about where her
Order.
her whereabouts
Order.
are?
Order.
She's an enemy of the state.
Order. Order. I would ask the honorable gentleman to respect when the chair stands up that he should sit down. I am going to ask that the honorable gentleman, the member from Milton West, he already has done this in 3 separate sessions. As the member for Sterling Heights is well aware, I've given him lots of leeway in respect to the terms that he uses on the floor. He's pushed it to the absolute limit on numerous occasions. He should stop using derogatory terms against anyone on the floor if at all possible. And if he continues to do so, I may just order him to withdraw what he's saying. If he has finished his question.
I withdraw my statement.
Thank you. Has he finished his question?
Yes.
The governor.
Mr. President, a point of
I
order.
don't even know how to answer that question.
Point of
to be
order,
honest,
Mr. Knott's
but-
feelings. I apologize for interrupting the governor. Point of order, Mr. Knott's feelings.
I apologize,
stand
Mr.
up?
Governor. Mr. President, I
you
believe
sit
that
down,
as
Matt, sorry.
the senator has withdrawn the statement that the question is no longer posed to the governor, that he need not be required to answer.
He's not required to answer, but I did. That's why I called him, because I'm leaving it open to him to answer if he so wishes. I did notice that the honorable gentleman may not know that I noticed that what the member said, that the member in fact said that he withdrew the entire question. I did in fact notice that. However, I am giving the governor the option of answering the question if he so wishes. It's not obligatory to him, as the member did withdraw the statement. I accept the position of the honorable gentleman. He should know I was aware of that. The governor.
I was gonna respond with something witty, but I think I'll just leave it. I don't even know what to say to that question.
Very well.
That's all.
That means
Thank
I win.
you.
I withdraw.
I'm
No,
sure
it doesn't.
You can't just say. Is this going to be what you do now?
Yes.
The Attorney General has expressed his willingness to go beyond 6 questions. The governor has only had 3, if we don't count the one that the honorable gentleman, the member for Milton West, withdrew. Mr. Nutt's feelings.
Mr. Attorney General, will the Justice Department be filing an amicus brief in the matter of Inri Arthur Chen, or Inri James Garday, with an order to show cause to Arthur Chen?
The Attorney General. I'm sorry. The Attorney General. My bad.
Is it I can't make motions, but I wanted to clarify. Are you talking about the order to show cause about Judge Chen saying
The one that was posted.
Yeah, the one that said I'm gonna violently tear your testicles.
We need to
from
read
your
it into the.
body." Okay, can we move to answer this? Can somebody
That's
do
the
that?
one. Do we have to?
Hey, no, I wanna. I just want to be very clear. I want to repeat.
Enter it upon the journal for sure.
Order.
Is it the one that says I'm gonna violently tear your testicles from your body if you do what I think you're going to do?
Order.
What?
Order. That's not Mr. Attorney General.
Well, the senator confirmed.
Order.
Is that the order that you're referring to?
To stop. I tried to. That's the one, Mr. Attorney General. That's the one.
I have to say that I very much respect the honorable gentleman, the member for Sterling Heights' valiant attempt to prevent those words from being used on the floor of the chamber. That effort is extremely appreciated. I'm extraordinarily grateful to the honorable gentleman, and I return it to the Attorney General.
I haven't had a chance to review the full order, so I can't tell you if we'll be filing amicus or not. But I am happy that you clarified what order we're talking about. I appreciate that. And I think that the Senator United GPT, he wants to reread the records just because he's not sure if we're talking about the same order as well. So I'll go ahead and reread it. Are we talking about the order that says I'm going to violently tear your testicles from your body if you do what I think you're going to do?
Thank you. Well, I think we'll order.
Mr. President,
Mr. Attorney General, resume your seat. I think we'll leave it there.
Mr. President.
I think I'm going to end that question. I'm going to order. I'm going to end that question right there. Mr. Timbowalk has stood several times, and he's sitting in the back row. I don't want to ignore him. Does he have a question?
I have nothing to say. No.
Very well,
Mr.
Mr. Dentix. There's no need for dancing in the chamber. I don't require any assistance from you with respect to dancing, Mr. Dentix.
The assistance of some junior minister.
This question is directed towards the Attorney General. Is the Department of Justice going to open an investigation into Charles LXV pursuant to S915, an act to prevent aiding a Palestinian genocide, as he is his full legal name is Charles Netanyahu LXV, and he did graduate from Tel Aviv University. I just wanted to know that is the Department of Justice going to follow the law and investigate Charles for his aiding of Palestinian genocide?
The Attorney General.
Thank you for the question. Unfortunately, I'm not able to comment on any active investigation efforts. However, I will remind the Senator that per Director Oversight Order, this Justice Department or any executive for that matter cannot execute any law that has not been added to the Ridgeway legislative database. So once that is added, we will of course investigate any violations of that law. But of course, I'm not able to talk about any active investigation to Charles Netanyahu LXV.
Mr. Knott's feelings.
Mr. Attorney General, will the Justice Department be investigating Judge Arthur Chen for his vast dealing of gavels?
The Attorney General.
I object to that statement.
You can't object to a question. I'm sorry.
I know.
Sit down.
Order. Mr. Knott's feelings. I don't need any help from you at this stage.
I'm sorry.
From
The
a
Attorney General.
Minister? A junior minister?
The Attorney General.
I'm sorry, were you saying if we were going to investigate Arthur Chen for saying I'm going to violently tear your testicles from your body if you do what I think you're going to do?
Order.
I'm sorry, I misheard you. Too many people were talking. I didn't know if that was about that or a different issue.
Mr. Chen General, I ask whether you will be investigating Judge Arthur Chen for dealing gavels. Completely unrelated to his other statements in the Superior Court.
Wait, what statement did he say?
I missed it. Can we have a reread?
Order. No. No way. Order. Very well. We're extremely grateful to the Attorney General for answering.
He's leaving.
He's
not answering my
order.
question.
Order.
Convenience. Convenience timing.
Order. Order, Mr. Knott's Feelings. I'm on my feet, or are you going to pretend that you can't see me again?
I really can't.
You still can't see.
You still haven't updated the backdrop.
I can
Does this
tell.
help?
I can tell he's standing out.
Standing on the desk actually does help because it has like a height difference.
Order. Mr. Knott's Feelings, as I said before, I don't require any assistance from you. Thank you. Further order. Further questions to the governor. Mr.
President,
Identix.
I have a question. I actually have a question for you.
That will be a point of order. Are you raising a point of order?
All right, point of order. Yes.
Point of order, Mr. Identix.
Mr. President. What do you say about the allegations that you were a drunkard?
They're
And that
entirely
you
true.
They're entirely true. God damn it! I was gonna. Fuck.
Are you talking about large?
Yes.
Order. I'm happy to
there's,
respond to the point of
two
order raised
videos
by
of
the
it.
honorable gentleman. What I would say to the honorable gentleman is twofold. First, I have been known to drink excessively during meetings of the United States Joint Chiefs of Staff, which I have served as chair for over a year. I will be retiring from that position at the end of the current term over there, and I have not been, shall we say, inebriated at a Joint Chiefs of Staff meeting in quite some time. I have never been inebriated in this chamber. Well, that's not true. I have to.
Point of order, Mr. President.
I'm responding to a point of order that you just raised. You can't raise a point of order in the middle of a point of order. Order. Anyway, I may have had a good plenty bush lights yesterday. And if I could say to the honorable gentleman that I don't think it would be in anyone's best interests that I stop.
Mr. President, point of order. Point of order.
I said it first.
Point of order, Mr. Knott's Feelings. I will come to the honorable gentleman. I will order. I will come to the honorable gentleman if he'll just order. Just because he said it first does not entitle me to call him first. I will come to the honorable gentleman, Mr. Knott's Feelings. Point of order, Mr. Knott's Feelings.
Thank you, Mr. President. The point of order comes in two parts. Part A, Mr. President, are you drinking right now? And part B, if you are not, will you join me in starting?
I'm grateful to the honorable gentleman for his point of order.
I bet you are.
What I would order. What I would say to him is twofold. One, no, I'm not presently. I haven't all day, and I don't intend to start. And two, I don't presently have any alcohol in my home, so that would not be possible. I unfortunately cannot join him because I do not currently possess any at this time. Thank you.
Mr. President, a point of clarification. Is this because you are trying to stop drinking?
Order. What? This is probably the 7th time that I've had to inform the honorable gentleman that when I rise to my feet, he stops talking. Thank you. Point of order, Mr. Identix, and then we really should get back to questions to the governor because he's graciously sitting here waiting for questions.
Thank you. Mr. President, how would we go about changing venue for a Senate session? And may I suggest the Black Cat?
I'm grateful to the honorable gentleman for his point of order. I have to say that when it comes to official business, I have no intention of changing venue at any time, and Mr. Chen will sit down before I respond him. I have no intention of changing venue with respect to official business. I think that the official business needs to be done in this chamber, and if in the event that we order Mr. Chen, if in the event that we have to change venue for some other reason, I think that the most logical and most reasonable, respectful course of action would be to do so through official resolution. I have great respect for this chamber. I wish to create a history, a tradition of use and members working for many years in this chamber. It's still very brand new, and I want to do this chamber the respect that I believe it is owed as the heart of our state in the state capital. Secondly,
You want to do this?
while I do enjoy the Black Cat just as much as everybody else does, it is not a place for official business to be done. If we wish to visit there some other time, I'd be happy to entertain that, but not for official business. Mr. Timberwalk, is it your intent to raise a point of order?
Yeah, no, I have an actual question for the governor.
Very well, Mr. Timberwalk.
Okay, so my question to the governor is, how do you plan to make sure transparency is ensured through your office? Do you plan to do any press conferences on a regular basis or anything like that?
The governor.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, we are currently sorting out and finalizing the structure of the governor's office, and we plan on doing at least a weekly press conference either on Fridays or the weekend. As for personal transparency for myself, I think I've done a pretty good job in the last week and a day of being governor of, posting pretty frequently in government updates, redoing the governor's Discord, talking in the chat room, whether privately or publicly, and just doing a pretty good job at telling people what I've been up to. I do plan on having the governor's office release more statements about internal stuff rather than just big announcements or nominations. I want to share with everyone on a day-by-day basis, what's going on and what the government is up to. And yeah, I think so far for the last week, we've done a pretty solid job at telling people what's been going on, and I plan on continuing that.
And I also have a follow-up. How do you,
Mr. Timberwalk?
yeah, okay. How do you plan to, as a media company owner for, let's see, like 4 years now, how do you plan to work with media companies in Ridgeway to ensure this transparency, like other than press conferences?
The governor.
Okay, thanks a lot, Adam.
Is that the official answer?
No, that was Adam. That was not the official answer, but that's a good question, Timbo. I think apart from press conferences, and maybe my Secretary of State can go into more detail, I'm more than happy to host any of the news companies in the manner or do a interview of some kind. I also would also be more than happy to share with news companies, what we're up to, anything that, would be newsworthy of covering in the news. And really, I'm mostly open to whatever the public is open to. So if you have any particular ideas or if any, news owner wants to do something in particular, I'm more than happy to oblige.
All right, thank you.
Mr. President.
Mr. Nuts Feelings.
I move that the Senate vote to hold Mr. Metz GPT in contempt for his repeated misbehavior before the Senate in holding signs in supporting the Israelis and China and suggesting that both countries are...
Objection?
Order, Mr. Chen. Mr. Chen. Mr. Chen, resume your seat. There's a senator on his feet. Regardless of order, just one moment, please, Mr. Nuts Feelings. If I can address this for just a moment. Just a moment, please. Sit down. Regardless of how disagreeable a member's statement may be to people watching the session, to people who happen to be in an unauthorized way chattering at me from a sedentary position, who happen to be doing so, it does not matter. No one in the chamber will be shouted down. The honorable gentleman must be heard. Mr. Knott's Feelings.
Thank you, Mr. President. There's a dead body. He has suggested multiple times that he supports the countries of Israel and China, and that our honorable governor, who has joined us so graciously today, belongs to both of those evil nations. I move that he be held in contempt.
Objection.
There's an objection, but there has not been a second made. Do I hear a second to the motion?
I second.
There's a second
I
heard.
second.
Great.
Oh, the Israelis got me. The Israelis got me.
Hang on, don't respond, guys. I'll take care of it with some admin abuse.
Thank you.
The honking outside is persistent, to say the absolute least.
Taco,
Order.
I love you.
It's a point of order.
Can you just hold on for a minute?
Well, what's that dude's name?
I gotta bring the governor back here. Wrath, are you in a car?
I'm on the way.
Wrath, are you?
Yeah, I'm in
Are
a
you
car.
in a car though?
Actually,
Oh,
do you
damn.
want? Can you just teleport me, or should I just drive there?
Get out of the car first.
I am in a car. I can leave.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the.
Are you out of the car?
I am out of the car. Yeah.
Asians can't drive.
Very well. Before we were so rudely attacked, Mr. Knott's feelings. Continue your. Actually, you finished your statement. Actually, now that I'm
There was the
thinking
motion
about it.
and the second by Mr. Identix.
There's a
Mr.
motion and the
President.
second has been made.
And
Order.
There's also objecting.
Order.
Objecting.
Order. He did object. Simply because of that objection, I'm going to skip the voice vote and go straight to roll call. And if I will remind members, it does require contempt does require 2/3 of the members present. Order. The question is that Mr. Metz GPT be held in contempt of the Senate. Mr. Dentix.
Aye.
Mr. Dentix. Okay.
I said aye.
Mr. Timbowalk.
No.
Thank you. Mr. Knott's Feelings.
Oh my God.
Mr. United GPT.
Nay.
Nice.
Whoops.
Order. Order. In accordance with precedent, that decisions of the House not be taken by a majority created by the chair when they relate to substantive issues. I cast my vote with the nays, and thus the noes have it. The noes have it. Order.
Mr. President.
Mr. Knott's Feelings.
I move that the Sergeant at Arms be directed to fine and apprehend and charge with contempt all those who are honking outside.
Second.
That is.
I
thank
second,
you.
as long as
Very-
they are also
order.
executed.
That's not going to happen. Sorry. Order. The question is, and I honestly don't know how this
Voice
is going to be
pollution?
enforced, but the question is that everyone who is laying on their horn outside of the building be held in contempt of the Senate. As many as are of that opinion say aye.
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 Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Order.
Go get them, boys.
Go get them.
All right.
Lethal force authorized.
I believe the governor still has. If I may say to the governor, he has answered 6 questions. If he wishes to answer more, he may, but I'm not going to explicitly require him to do so. Very well given.
I mean,
Very well.
I don't know if they have any other questions. I don't think they do, but
We have one
if
member
they
on
have a
his
few more, I'd
feet.
be happy to answer them.
Mr. Knott's Feelings.
Yeah, I see that.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Governor, what are your thank you, the member, my friend over there. Mr. Governor, what are your what is your opinion on increasing the size of the legislature from 7 to 9.
The governor.
I fully support it. I'm all for making the Senate a bit bigger. I think we have the activities to support that. And I also don't think that the current size of the Senate, 4 people should not be making 4 people's quorum, and 4 people should not be making all the big decisions for the legislature. Obviously, making it 9 would make quorum 5, but I think in any case, making the Senate a little bit bigger is fine. And I think we should have more senators.
Thank you.
Point of
Mr.
order.
Dentix.
I have one more. Got one more question for the governor. I was recently approached about redoing the Federal Reserve System for the state of Ridgeway, and I was wondering what you are going to do since you have since you are supposed to appoint a treasurer of Ridgeway, and the most recent one has not been seen in over 3 months. If you were going to dismiss the previous treasurer and appoint a new one for the state of Ridgeway, and what you are going to do about the current Federal Reserve System of Ridgeway.
Oh, I think a lot of the Federal
Sorry,
Reserve and the
I'm
economy
sorry. I
system
was
is
completely
very...
not paying attention. The governor.
Point of order.
I'm sorry. I apologize for interrupting the governor.
I think
Point
a
of
lot
order,
of
Mr.
the-
Timberwalk.
Can we hold this in contempt?
Are
Which
you making
guy?
a motion, or are you asking me a question?
I'm motioning to hold Drew Ufield in contempt.
Very
Second.
well. Thank you. The question is that Mr. Drew Ufield be held in contempt of the Senate. As many as are of that opinion say aye.
Aye.
Of the contrary, no.
Aye.
I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it.
Let's see that taser work.
Oh, he running. He running. He running.
The governor. Order. The governor.
As I was,
Can't
I
get
think
him.
that most of the Federal Reserve System and the economy system in this game is very developer-centric. I'd be more than happy to help revitalize it with the current legislation and take a review as to who's in charge. I did notice that a citizen from earlier, Dilius, was here before the Senate explaining a bill he had proposed in regards to our economy. Regarding dismissing the state treasurer, I also have not seen him in a while, so before I dismiss him, if I do choose to dismiss him, I will speak to him, see if he's still interested in participating. If not, I'd be more than happy to appoint a new state treasurer. And yeah, I'd totally be down to, do something with the Federal Reserve or State Reserve should the developers choose to support it. I don't know what their priority is right now, but in any case, I'm more than happy to make it happen.
You are aware that
Wrath,
the
just stop.
current
Just stop.
treasurer is
Wrath, just
Hold on,
stop responding. I'll just order.
Is JJCO3.
Rick, will you just stop responding? I'll revive you. All right.
Mr. President, I move that the guy who shot us be held in contempt.
The question is that is there a second?
Second.
Question is that the individual that we're shooting at us be held in contempt of the Senate. As many as other opinions say aye.
Aye.
The country no.
Aye.
He's Rick. You've got a delay or something. You've got a big delay or something going on there.
This has happened like 3 times now.
Yeah, it has. You say aye when I'm asking for no's. Anyway, I'm just gonna do it again. The question is that the individual be held in contempt of the Senate. The ones that can come here shooting at us. As many as other than opinions say aye.
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 Of the contrary, no.
Aye.
I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Order.
Did the governor die?
Motion to hold Anthony R. Burgess in contempt of the Senate for pissing me off.
No, no way.
Who's that?
Objection.
That guy right over there.
Order.
He's
Can
sitting
we
in the
just
chamber.
can we proceed?
Oh,
That's the drummy.
Can we proceed? Is there any further questions for the governor?
I can teleport it back.
Yes.
He just.
Mr. President.
He's just so ugly. It makes me angry.
Order.
I object. I have a question for the governor.
There's a second. Order. The question is that this house do now adjourn. As many as are of that opinion say aye.
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 What the fuck?
Of the contrary, no.
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 I think the noes have it. The noes have it.
What?
Mr. President.
There was 2 no's. It was
I don't. Well, yeah, but I was gonna vote no. It's fine.
Mr. President.
Mr. Knott's feelings.
Mr. Governor, what are your thoughts on the currently pending constitutional amendment to restrict the these fucking horns, bro?
Just turn the game volume all the way down.
I'm turning the game volume off. You're right. Good point. What is the governor's opinion on the currently pending constitutional amendment which restricts the power of the governor to appoint senators, which was commonly used by Governor Vince Van and others to appoint his goons and loyalists to the Senate? Does the governor support this?
This is going to be a debate.
Does the governor support this, or does the governor think it's a bad idea? And if he thinks it's a bad idea, I demand to know why, because it seems as though he would be protecting his own power.
The governor.
The governor does in fact think it is a bad idea. I did explain this earlier, as we actually did speak about this at the beginning of the session before I think you and Timberwalk arrived. I don't think it's a bad idea to protect my own powers. I don't care about, who I appoint. Like, I don't care to appoint goons specifically. I'm not here to do that. I can totally understand the reasoning for this amendment, but as I pointed out, I don't think it's necessary, as Large and most of the developer oversight have assured myself and everyone else that, the State Board of Elections would not be inactive, and in the event that there are many vacancies, they will host elections. I've also seen firsthand in other communities, every time that there's a couple of vacancies in the legislature, they always host special elections, and I find that whenever these elections are hosted on and off, people get voter fatigue, they get tired of voting for the same candidates, and I feel like when you're circling through so many senators all at once, over and over, you're sorting out their committee assignments, what they're doing in the Senate. The Senate becomes a chamber of revolving individuals on and out. I don't think that's healthy for the stability of the Senate or the stability of the community. I think that the governor, whoever it is, even if it wasn't myself, should retain that power to appoint senators, and I'm sure that, should one of his senators not be a good choice, the Senate can move to expel that senator, but I don't think that this amendment is necessary, and I think it would mostly just cause more problems than it solves.
Thank you. Mr. Identix is standing up for a different reason.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Knott's feelings. Mr. Governor, do you not think it wise that the legislature, in conjunction with the people, take action to prevent those same kinds of abuses, which were so commonly used by former governors? Even if you vow, and even if the State Board of Elections vows to be active and to not be corrupt, that provides no assurances for 6 months from now.
The governor.
I think that's a fair point. Obviously I don't know what the next person after me is going to do. They could also not be corrupt, or they could be extremely corrupt. We don't know. But I think that is just sort of the nature of the role play. I mean, even if you do enact this amendment, there's still so many other things that could happen through the governor. And I guess the whole point of having a governor or having a head of state is that you are electing them or choosing them to do the right thing. Obviously we had that whole incident with Vince Van about a year ago. God forbid something like that ever happens again. But the people are choosing to elect their senators and they're choosing to elect their governor. And I think in doing so, they're putting faith that, these elected officials will do the right thing. I think we should continue to entrust the governor with the power to appoint senators. I also think that it just goes without saying, don't run for office or don't run for the Senate if you're going to resign. I feel like a lot of people in the past have done that. I think we should start to change that precedent. And, if people do resign, then the governor should be able to appoint someone to their seat rather than hosting a special election for every single seat or every other seat that's vacant. Because again, we run into the same problems with voter fatigue and making the Senate a revolving chamber of individuals. But yeah, I think we should honestly just have faith that, our elected officials will do the right thing, whether it's the governor or other senators that come after me and you.
Mr. Nuts Feelings, I will come back to you, but you've asked quite a few questions. I'd like to give someone else a chance as well. Mr. Timbowalk.
Okay, I just want to follow up. So, just so I understand what you're saying, you think it's better that after all the governors that we've witnessed abuse his power, you think it's better that you appoint senators rather than the people that these senators will be representing?
The governor.
Well, that's actually not what I said. I still think we should have elections. I didn't say that, myself unilaterally should be appointing all the senators, even though we did just do that for this 10th Senate. With, given the circumstances, I think we think we should still have elections, no doubt about it. I just don't think that this amendment is necessary because it creates more elections over and over. And again, we run into the same problems of voter fatigue and people coming in and out. I don't foresee the incidents with Vince Fant or whoever it was happening again. I think it's a very unlikely scenario. Stuff like that does happen in roleplay groups. God forbid we have one or two bad apples come to the highest positions of power. But again, my point is that this safeguard might protect one thing, but it still opens up a lot of other problems. And another point that I want to make is that, God forbid there's inactivity in the Board of Elections. There's also, if there's potential that the Board of Elections is inactive, there's also potential that the Senate as a whole completely stops, right? I feel like it kind of goes without saying that, if one part of DO is going to be inactive, then the rest of the community is probably going to fall apart. So we just have to have faith that, they'll do their job. They'll host elections when necessary if there are, I don't know what the standard was, 3 or more vacancies. I'm not sure how they operate, but, if there are a sizable amount of vacancies, I'm sure Large or whoever will host a special election. But I don't think we need more and more elections than we do right now. So yeah, I also don't think that, I don't think that the entire Senate should be appointed by myself. I'm not saying that,
May I speak to the? I'm just gonna, if I may, I would like to address one thing, and once again, I remind members, I take no position on the policy. Take no position at all. But I would like to inform the honorable gentleman who asked the initial question, as well as others that have the same question, and then that they felt the need to table the amendment. I want to speak from the position of the State Board of Elections briefly, if I may, which is that when I ran the state board, when there was a vacancy in the Senate, regardless if it was 1 or 2 or 3, regardless of what elections were coming up or weren't coming up, under no circumstances did I ever feel it was right not to have a special election as soon as immediately possible. And if you look at the track record of original Ridgeway and how we hosted those special elections, it was never more than a week between the vacancy of that member and the hosting of an election. The only exceptions that may have come into place or when I was a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks from the vacancy in the Senate to order from the vacancy in the Senate to a general election. In those limited circumstances, it was the policy of the SBE to maybe let the deadline go 7, 8, 10, at the most 14 days. There was no time between that point, and the policy of the modern SBE to hold on elections and wait until the end of the term is quite frankly ridiculous. And it's never something that I would have done. It's not something I will do or have done or will ever do. That's the policy of the SBE, regardless of whether or not this amendment is passed. The public and members of the Senate can feel very confident that I will never let that happen. Mr. Knott's feelings.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your words there. Mr. Governor, you speak a lot now about your belief that the governor should be able to appoint senators, and you speak a lot about election fatigue. However, I'm sure and I hope that the governor knows that his power to appoint senators is designed on purpose to be temporary. Although it does not seem by the governor's representations to the body that he believes that power should be temporary. It seems, and perhaps the governor could clarify, that the governor believes the governor should be... Get a governor counter going. It seems that he believes he should be permitted to appoint members for the duration of the term. I hope the governor perhaps can clarify if that's exactly what he means, or whether perhaps the governor has not read the Constitution in the last couple months and perhaps needs to take a refresher.
The governor.
So I don't know what all that sass was about. I did say several times before, the Board of Elections should host elections. I just don't think they should do it for every single vacancy one by one. I think once there's a sizable amount of vacancies or whenever large feels like it, he should host them. I don't think that appointed senators should be there for the rest of the term. I didn't say that at all throughout this, testimony, whatever you want to call it. And I don't appreciate you telling me to read the Constitution. I know how it works. Maybe I'm not as experienced as you or other people are, but I've read the Constitution before, and I know they're not supposed to be there forever. And I didn't say they should.
And if I may just briefly remind the honorable gentleman that the governor does not decide the policy of hosting elections in the SBE.
Yeah, I don't think I said that either.
Point of order, Mr. Dentix. Point of order, Mr. Dentix.
Did I just witness Adam Stratton give Arthur Chen a full loadout and then kick him from the server?
In order to save Arthur's career, this has to be designated a developer-sponsored, community-sponsored event. Otherwise, you don't have a pretext to impeach him, as you just watched him pick up a bunch of police equipment. God damn it, Arthur!
And Mets just picked up a pair.
Do you know all the cars that Arthur has right now in his possession have police weaponry in them? All the cars he has all have illegal guns. He's stockpiling this guy. Do you know how many times I've caught this guy with a whole stockpile in his car when he's crashed? Someone ought to do something.
Can you search Mets for having a loadout, for having a pair of 17 on him?
Ordered. I'm happy to respond to the point of order raised by the honorable. Order.
Hold on, Mr. President, if I may. Arthur, this is actually the last time I'm covering for your ass. Next time, I'm going to let Walter come for you.
You said that 4 times ago.
Okay, well, this is the last time. You have it on the record. Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, you have it on the record. Can it be added to the record, please?
If I have to turn up my mic because people do not listen when I say order, I will. Order. I'm happy to respond to the point of order raised by the honorable gentleman. I'm a bit quiet, am I? Let's fix that.
No, shut up. Stop. I'm getting a drink.
How about now?
Still pretty quiet.
Mr. President, it's still pretty quiet. Can you turn it up more?
Hold on. Point of order, Mr. President.
I haven't responded to your first point of order yet. I'm happy to respond to the point of order raised by the honorable gentleman, as he did say. Order.
Mr.
Very
President.
disrespectful behavior. I'm responding to a point of order from the honorable gentleman. Mr. Stratton will wait. I believe we all did see that. And although I don't believe it requires a response from me at this immediate moment, I do wish that Judge Chen would stop engaging in such behavior. Point of order, Mr. Stratton.
If I may, Mr. President.
Point of order.
Sorry, I'd like to speak for a moment on this matter.
Okay, that's perfectly fine because plenty of senators in this chamber use the device of a point of order to give a speech. People do it in this chamber all the time. So why don't you do it too?
Thank you, Mr. President.
You all do it. Don't tell me you don't.
know,
Every single one of you do it.
No, we've all joked around. We've all joked around this past week since we've all joked around since Ridgeway has restarted over the last week, and obviously, of course, many of you have seen over the last week. I've been a little open with my use of admin. I'd like to promise you all that ends today. That ends tonight, and I furthermore promise that this is the last time I'm going to cover Arthur Chen's ass. As it appears that he continues to do more and more and more disturbing things. I'd also like to call the Senate's attention to a letter that was just submitted to me by the Chief Justice and just made public a few minutes ago in order to show cause. Because the judge said, quote, Mr. Arthur Chen said, and I quote here directly, "I'm going to violently tear your testicles from your body if you do what I think you're going to do."
Mr. President, his mic cut out. Can you say that again, please?
No. Order. No, sit down. Jesus Christ. Order.
Motion to hold Adam Stratton in contempt.
No, out of order.
Mr. President, I'm just repeating something that was said by the Chief Justice in a public memoranda.
Yeah, and if I may remind Mr. Stratton, you that this was said by several members already. Mr.
Well,
Stratton.
I've been busy taking a fat dump, so I haven't seen anything. I also just want to call attention to the fact that Mr. Meow Meow Morn managed to tow and impound at least 6 to 7 police officers' cars just now in an incident called the violent towing incident. I'd like to call attention to Ridgeway government updates. For developer Meow Meow Morn deciding to tow
one
police
meow.
officers.
It's just one meow in his name.
To say, causing a tizzy from moderation. Anyways, I want to.
Mr. President.
Hold on. Oh, excuse me, Mr.
President. I move to a vote closer than this guy. He's not even a member.
Order.
Who gave him the floor?
Order.
I'm a
Sit
community
down.
manager.
How many times do I have to tell you? Order. Sit down.
I almost spat out my drink.
Order. Mr. Stratton, I do hope that you're coming to a close because other members
I am,
wish
Mr. President.
to speak.
I am, Mr. President. I
Conclude
actually,
your remarks.
I am,
Mr.
and I'd like to
Stratton.
end. I'd like to end this on a more fruitful and more serious note. I'd like to also address this to Mr. Arthur Chen, who's in the audience here, and I'm being very serious when I say this. This is the last time I will be using the cover of a community event to mask somebody from criminal prosecution or punishment. Now, should Mr. Chen do this again, I will not intervene. I can't do anymore. There simply is too many. He has simply ripped off too many testicles off of people in his time as judge for me to continue supporting him. And also,
Mr. Stratton.
I'd also like to thank the presiding officer, Mr. Large Titanic. I'd also, one last thing, since nobody else is talking about it, okay? Mr. Insert Reality is inactive as hell. He's a Supreme Court justice. He hasn't done anything.
Mr. Stratton, thank you. We have to move on.
He needs to be impeached.
Point of order.
Thank you. Point of order, Mr. Knott's feelings.
He is yielded. I withdraw.
Thank you. Point of order, Mr. Timberwalk.
Oh my. Okay. I motion to hold this dude right here in contempt.
Do I hear a second?
Who's this dude?
Second.
It is
Everyone who's a civilian except
a
And
phrase.
honestly, it doesn't even matter to me who is held in contempt. All of these people
There is a
should be.
second. There is a second heard. Order. The question is that Mr. Frisian be held in contempt of the Senate. As many as are of that opinion say aye.
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 Of the contrary, no. I think the
Aye.
ayes have it. The ayes have it. Mr. Frisian shall be held in contempt of the Senate.
Mr.
President.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Dentix.
Thank you. I motion to hold the president of the Senate in contempt of the Senate.
Out of order, as the rules clearly order. If I could respond to that, the rules clearly state that no member of the Senate or the presiding officer of the Senate may be held in contempt of the Senate.
That needs to be amended
Point of
ASAP.
order.
That motion is out of order.
Motion to suspend that rule.
Does anybody know where I can book somebody in the
Order.
Capitol?
Go
The
to
basement.
the Supreme Court chamber.
The basement?
Basement in the
Yes.
Supreme Court chamber. Yep. Mr. President.
Mr. Knott's feelings.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move. Sorry, let me get the rule here. I move that pursuant to Rule 3, subsection 14, that the Senate proceed immediately into a committee of the whole with the consent of the members here.
I second.
Without objection.
Mr. President.
Mr. Knott's feelings. I'm assuming we're done with the question period then.
Yes, Mr. President.
Okay, Mr. Knott's feelings.
Mr. President, let me get the rule. I move that subpoena be issued through the power of the Committee of the Whole, pursuant to Rule 3, subsection 6, to the Honorable Judge Arthur Chen to answer for his actions to the Senate immediately, and that the Sergeant at Arms be directed to take him into custody to enforce that writ.
Second.
A second is heard. For the purposes of order, I will ask, and I didn't say that as saying order, I'm saying for the purposes of order, I will ask that we take a roll call vote on this just to document what the action is that we're taking. Order. The question is that a subpoena be issued to Mr. Arthur Chen to come before the chamber to answer questions relating to his misuse of, pursuant to the statement made to the House by Mr. Stratton earlier in the evening. Mr. Identix.
He hasn't given me my 25 gavels, so I vote A.
Thank you. Mr. Timbawalk.
Aye.
And Mr. Timbawalk, if I may, I apologize if I ignored you. After the roll call vote, if you have something to say, I'd be happy to hear it. Mr. Knott's feelings.
Aye.
I'm saying this. Say that again.
Aye.
Mr. United GPT.
Aye.
Order. The ayes are 4, the nays are 0, and the abstains are 0. A subpoena shall be issued for Mr.
Mr.
Chen.
President.
Mr. Knott's feelings.
I move that Mr. Chen be held in contempt of the chamber and be ordered to and be brought here by the Sergeant at Arms for his willful resistance to the lawful writ of the Senate.
Order. Thank you.
That's second.
Do I hear a second to the motion?
I object. I object to contempt.
God.
However, I would like to
There
provide.
has not been an
confirmation.
ordered. There's not been a second made.
Yeah, there
A
was.
second.
Second is heard.
Mr. President, may I clarify the motion?
Order. Yeah, very well.
I would like to move, just for the avoidance of doubt, that he be held for contempt and brought here to answer for said contempt, pursuant to the inherent power of legislatures to exercise civil contempt as opposed to criminal contempt as contained in our civil code.
I withdraw my
Right.
objection.
Do I hear a second to the motion?
Second.
Order. The question is the motion may as made by Mr. Knott's feelings to bring Mr. Chen to the chamber to hold him for contempt, but not actually to hold him in contempt, as with respect to civil codes and other generally established conventions of legislative procedure. As many as are of that opinion say aye.
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 Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. So ordered.
Can the Sergeant at Arms dispatch all the goons, please?
Can you bring him here as violently as possible? If that can be asked, like
No
like
cups,
we'd like
just
him here
throw.
alive. Yeah, we'd like him here alive, but like we wouldn't mind if you rough him up a little bit.
Timbo, if you want to talk, you should talk. Otherwise, I'm going to move that we take a recess until Chen is
I'm
found.
good. I'm good.
Mr. President,
Mr. Knott's feelings.
I move that
Obviously. How? What? In which universe would I ever not call Mr. Knott's feelings? Of course.
True. Scary but true. Scary but true. Mr. President, I move that the Senate stand in recess until either the call of the chair or the appearance of Mr. Chen.
Order. Thank you. Is there a second to that? Thank
second.
you. The question is that this House do enter a period of recess until Mr. Chen is brought or the call of the chair. As many as are of that opinion say aye.
Aye.
Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Order. Order.
Arthur, you wanted to make your statement? Get in here.
Drinking game. Every time Large says order or the eyes have it, the eyes have it.
You're gonna get alcohol poisoning.
My liver cannot handle that.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not my fault that the ayes usually have it.
Someone needs to make a Senate session drinking game, and we all play it.
Only on adjournment do the noes have it. Only on adjournment.
Hey, we had a nose have it.
Large, I have acquired vodka.
I thank you for that. I'd just like to say what during the period of recess that the speech made by Mr. Stratton was both timely, relevant, eloquent, and professional, and I thank him for what he said.
Yeah, but I tried to do this.
Thank you, Large Cities.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, because I tried to do this 15 minutes ago, and Mr. Stratton wouldn't stop talking for me to make my motion. So, while it may have been timely, it was not mindful of the time. It's okay, Adam. We still love you.
I am not picking.
There's no dress code, right? I didn't see that.
There's no dress code, but you know, I really don't like it when you like dress the way that you
Drop
do.
it. Drop
Oh,
it.
the Sergeant at Arms.
Drop it. Where is it? Where is it? Mets, do you have it?
I just watched the senator pick up
I'm giving it back.
a taser.
Arthur Chen is presently in the courtroom.
The wrong place.
Bro, he just picked it up.
And he just fell down the stairs, and now he's glitched into the floor.
Can you arrest him? He has a taser. This guy, he's got a taser.
Meth has
There's
a taser?
currently no one chasing Mr. Chen.
Don't
For the
arrest
record,
him.
guys, can we impeach Mr. Chen and appoint me
Aren't
to
they,
serve
like,
as impeachment
compelled to do
manager?
that?
Arthur Chen will not
No.
get away.
We're not impeaching. We're not impeaching a judge on the floor. That's not gonna. I'm sorry. You're
Not
gonna have to
tonight.
put a.
Not tonight.
only
We have to make
impeachment-
articles, obviously.
The only impeachment that I'd like.
I'm just
to
saying
see
that I'm not gonna
is
be like.
reality.
The
Do you
question
take me?
is that the
Listen,
judge
no,
be
no, no, no.
impeached.
Do you take me for a hooligan?
Yes.
You are a hooligan.
You shut the fuck up. That was rude and uncalled
Dude,
for.
I am shocked that Rick didn't go, Mr. President.
Wait, is the Senate adjourned? Is the Senate adjourned?
No, we're in recess.
We're waiting for Arthur to show
We're
up.
waiting for they're waiting for one of two things. Either I can call us back to order, or if Arthur Chen gets back here, we will go into order.
Adam Stratton, would you get on RSP and go apprehend him, please?
Air
Can you
One,
just teleport
calling
him here?
up Air One, calling up Air One.
So Senate is in recess. Oh my God, run!
This guy. Who is
We're
this
all
guy?
gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Pretty sure the nuke's still broken.
United, where are you close?
Am I naked for you
Sergeant
again?
at Arms, Sergeant at Arms,
Yes.
I'm being violated.
I'm not naked on my screen.
Is he naked for you guys?
That guy right there, he's running, he's running, he's running, he's running. Get him, get him.
Is this guy naked for
So,
you guys, or is it just me?
Walter, you really
naked
think
on my
I can
screen.
get rid of my desk
I'd
entirely?
like to announce on behalf of community management that we're offering a $15,000 reward to whoever can bring Arthur Chen alive for the Ridgeway State Senate. We are looking
Somebody
for
give me
any law
cuffs
enforcement officer
so that I can
to
go
do
pick him up.
so.
Large, just make the
Do
chair
you think-
taller.
We
I
are
really do
also
think you could get rid of
offering.
the.
We are also offering a $5,000 reward to whomever can kill a large Titanic in the Senate chamber, as well as
Oh God,
not
really?
Make it a $100,000 reward, and I'll do it right now. I'm serious. $100,000. I'll kill Large right now. I'll bring a gun into the chambers.
Who just killed Large? Someone killed Large.
I killed myself. Do I get the money?
Oh.
No.
Ooh.
I thought someone else did it.
That is a good.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
a good one.
Okay, I'm watching Arthur Chen right now, and he seems to have just evaded the Pinkertons. The Pinkertons are chasing him right now. I'd like to share my screen, Poseidon. I'd like to share my screen. Poseidon, can you stop sharing your screen? I'd like to share your screen of the pursuit going on right now by the Pinkertons. Looks like Arthur Chen's on the highway on the train tracks headed straight to Sterling with the Pinkertons in hot pursuit.
That's my constituency. Go get that guy.
Large, can
Arthur
you?
Chen is now on the Sterling Memorial Bridge. He's playing with time here.
Like
as the train could show up on the bridge at any moment, and at that point, he's totally screwed, John.
You'll never take me alive.
This is like.
We're gonna
This is
bring
like
Arthur Chen in here. He's decided to call us here. Wait, where's Arthur Chen? Oh, Arthur Chen,
I'm right
Mr.
here.
Chen. Well, you got us here on the phone. How you doing? Oh, looks like Arthur Chen's been spotted in Sterling in a gray Actilia. Once again, the bounty is 15,000 Ridgeway dollars. That could buy you a home and a bunch of illegal weapons. Looks like Arthur Chen's at the port in Sterling.
Oh no, this is state police.
He's on him.
Oh my God.
Looks like he's escaping to Palmer. He's being pursued.
Just for the record,
RCSO
because
and RSP.
just the
Is he
crime
not committing a crime
that
right
he's
now?
doing on camera right now can get him impeached.
Oh, they got him! Oh, he's running!
Tase him.
Oh, they got him! Sibby got him! Sibby got him, but we're gonna get on it. We're gonna get honorable mentions to the other cops who helped to get him.
Jesus.
Mr. President, call us back order, please.
I'll do so when I would like to.
Arthur Chen has been caught, ladies and gentlemen, but he's on the way to the Capitol. Anybody who can intercept him will get $25,000.
Oh,
Adam,
fuck.
Adam.
$25,000 to whoever can take him out of the possession of the people in the car that are with him right now.
Order.
If Sibby gets to the Capitol, if
call
Sibby gets to the Capitol with Arthur Chen, he'll get the 15,000. But if anybody kills him and takes Arthur Chen for themselves, they'll get 25,000.
I call
Police
the
officers will not be
Senate back
punished.
to
Police
order.
officers will not be punished for doing so.
You just spoke to us about not abusing your admin authority anymore.
It's a community event. You already know.
It starts tomorrow.
Yeah, Arthur says he's gonna match it to 50K. Oh, somebody killed me. Okay, Red Austin boy, don't do it. Red Austin boy, don't do it. Don't do it. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. No. We're gonna get mad at me now.
You want me to shoot him, maybe? There you go.
Looks like Arthur Chen's about 2 minutes away from the Capitol in Milton.
Dr. Chen, bribing people live.
Get him!
They're trying to get him! Okay, you can't pursue him anymore. He's here. You can't pursue him anymore. That's it. Sibby wins. But everybody else will get $5,000.
Awesome, thank you.
And they have glitched him into the ground.
Arthur
I want to thank you, United, for like having trust in me and seeing the vision.
Yeah, no worries, dude. Anytime.
I know that you weren't quite sure where that was going, but I promise I had it all under control.
Yeah,
Order, order,
Oh, Arthur
Mr.
Chen's
Chen.
been hauled into the chamber.
Mr.
Can we
Chen, you have been
Can we
ordered.
mod protect the event again?
You have been brought before the Senate. And we're being firebombed.
What?
firebombed?
Who's doing that? Who just did that?
Oh, my FPS is dropping.
All right, Mr. Chen, by a contempt order of the Ridgeway State Senate, you are hereby brought before this house, this honorable house, to answer questions with respect to your abuse of police-grade equipment and several other aspects of your use and abuse of tools and other things that the Senate wishes to ask questions about. I will, as with order, I will, as with other members who have been asking questions, permit 6 questions. If you wish to answer further than that, you may do so, but I won't reasonably ask you to answer more than that. For the honor of the... I wasn't looking, I didn't see which one of you stood back up, but Mr. Knott's Feelings, you should be aware that I will call you first, but Timber Walk will be called second, so don't expect to respond immediately. Mr. Knott's Feelings.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Chen, can you hear me?
Regrettably.
Mr. Chen, can we just put
Okay,
him
that
at the
was one
podium?
question. That was one
I need to
question.
get no. I need to get my my flick first. So can you just be put at the podium, please?
Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. Can I be let out of these cuffs, please?
Okay,
Can we get a
Mr.
picture of him like Maduro.
Yeah, Mr. Chen. Mr. Chen. My question to you is, can you name one reason, not even one good reason, just one reason at all, that I should not file articles of impeachment tonight?
Because then you would kill part of the judiciary, and that would be very sad for everyone.
I would be very sad. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Timberwalk.
Just a question. At what point does someone become a pariah
Order.
and just
Mr.
become
President?
so popular that they just cannot be touched?
Order.
Point of order.
Mr. Stratton, order.
Thank you.
Sorry, Mr.
Timberwalk.
President.
Okay. My question to Mr. Chen is why? Just why?
Why what?
Excellent question. Excellent
Why?
question.
Perfect.
Why? Because we, the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common.
Order. You've been told before. Mr. Dentix. And I must say, order, one moment. I must compliment Mr. Dentix on his excellent choice of suit. Mr. Dentix.
Thank you. Yeah,
Is
I
that
like
your
to
suit?
wear. I like to.
No, my suit's custom.
I like to dress nice for Arthur's funeral. I just want to know, do you have any remorse? Do you have any remorse for anything you've ever done? Or are you just a sociopath who likes to do evil things and get away with it?
Well, Mr. President, can I know why I'm being held here? I don't really understand the purpose for this charade.
Because you fled.
Order. Mr. Chen, you were ordered here on a contempt motion by the Senate to be held in contempt. Held for contempt, not exactly to be held in contempt. And that motion was subsequently agreed to, and as a result, you are here held in contempt of the Senate as of this time. Thank you.
But I don't understand why I'm being held in contempt. Like,
Perhaps
what did I
members
actually
can
do?
answer that question.
Okay, but like,
Mr.
I
Knott's
feel like
Feelings.
I have a right to know that.
Mr. Chen, you absolutely do have a right to know, and let me explain it to you. You sat in this very chamber uninvited. But did we raise a fuss? No, we did not. Adam Stratton is currently dying. Can we please dispatch an ambulance to his house?
I'm sorry.
Pinkerton, that means you guys.
You sat here without permission, and we allowed it. And yet, when we want to ask questions of you, and we issue a subpoena for you, you take off like you're Usain Bolt. Like, spoiler alert, you're not Usain Bolt. Then we directed the Sergeant at Arms to apprehend you, and he sent the goons, the goon squad. They picked you up, and now you're here. That about sums it up, I think.
No, but my question is, why are you trying to ask me questions? Like, why did you issue the subpoena? In the
Yes,
first
we
place?
want the subpoena is to answer for your misbehavior while in office and your general misconduct on court.
Such as, be specific. I don't know what you're talking about.
There are so many things that I don't even have a list anymore.
Okay, so that means
Point
nothing.
of order.
Okay, can you let me go, please? I'm getting really.
Point of order, Mr.
This is not this is not your courtroom, Mr. Chen. You don't make the rules here, Mr. Chen.
Point of order, Mr. Timbowalk.
The reason is for being here uninvited.
That's the reason. Okay, I'll go to the gallery next time. No problem.
I thank the honorable gentleman for his point of order, which I think requires no response from the chair.
Mr. Mr. Chen.
Mr.
Does
Nentix.
the glove fit? Does the glove fit?
If you're talking about my downstairs apartment, no, because it's too big.
That is not what I'm asking. I'm asking, does the glove fit? Did you do it? Does the glove fit? He has the right. There's a correct answer to this. Does the glove fit?
If the glove fits. Oh no, the glove does not fit.
All right, guys. I motion to let Arthur go. Clearly, if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. So.
Thank
you. You don't even have a glove.
Who just did that? Who just did that? I'm gonna ban them. Who just did that?
More of this admin abuse, please.
Order.
I'm gonna burn you to the ground. Who the fuck did that?
As he lights himself on fire.
I think it was. I think it was.
Order.
I think it was.
Can I be let go
Parabens.
now?
Order. A motion has been ordered. A motion has been made to release Mr. Chen.
Hey, can I get police help, please? Can everybody detain every single resident in the building? No, I need help, please. I need every cop.
We're
please help.
okay. Well, we're not the cops. We're the Senate, and we're doing a thing.
Can I be let go? Hello.
Motion. I am trying to proceed
He's fine.
with that proceeding, but I'm being interrupted by lots of people. If you
Someone
have
get
not
this guy.
noticed. Mr. Stratton. Order. Motion has been moved to let the suspect go. Do I hear a second to that motion?
Second.
Second being heard. Order. The question is that Mr. Chen be let go. As many as are of that opinion say aye.
Aye.
Of the contrary, no.
No.
I regret to
No.
inform you, Mr.
No.
Knott's feelings.
Mr. President, I request that
We're gonna
the
do a
vote
roll
be
call.
done by
Yeah,
Thank you.
we're gonna do. I can't tell who won that one. Order. The question is, as I have just said it, Mr. Dentix.
Aye.
Mr. Timbowalk.
So you good?
That was a nay, Mr. Timbowalk.
Sure. Yes. Nay.
Thank you, Mr. Well, what was it? Was it an aye
Abstain.
or was it a nay?
It was
Was it
abstain.
nay? Was it abstain? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Knott's feelings.
No.
Mr. United GPT. Say that again. Really loud. Mr. United, say your vote really loud. Mr. United. Order. Mr. United, what's your vote?
Aye.
Hearing no vote from the gentleman will be counted as an abstain, and in that case, the motion fails. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Order.
Mr. President.
Mr. Dentix.
Hold
He
on,
may have said
point of
aye,
order.
but I didn't hear it, and he didn't say it in the chamber, so it doesn't matter. And Mr. Chen will keep his mouth shut unless he's asking to be recognized. Mr.
I
Knott's
must be recognized.
Order.
Hold on,
Mr.
point
Knott's
of order,
feelings.
Mr. President.
Is it me or the point of order?
Very well. Point of order, Mr. Dentix.
I did not appreciate the honorable gentlemen from Sterling Heights' threats to the remainder of the Senate. On
Yeah, those were uncalled for.
Yeah, I did not appreciate that at all.
Order. Mr. Knott's feelings. You will do other members the courtesy of letting them speak while they're standing. And if I could respond to the honorable gentleman's point of order, I would say that the threats that were made were extremely distasteful. Who's next? Mr. Knott's feelings.
Mr. President, I seek the floor to respond to the point of order made.
Oh my God.
Points of order are for response by the chair, not members.
Which is why I
But
seek the leave of the chair in the floor.
Very well.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, just because my colleagues here are spineless to enforce the integrity and the authority of the Senate does not mean that I will sit idly by while we allow Mr. Chen to make a mockery of this, like he has made a mockery of the superior courts and the law enforcement and the Sergeant at Arms and everything else for that matter, including the Constitution, Mr. President.
Oh my God.
I move that Mr. Chen be held pursuant to Rule 5, subsection 3, in contempt of the Senate, and I ask that such matter be referred to a vote.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Mr. Chen, Mr. President, has willfully fled from the lawful writ of the Senate.
Order.
He must be held in contempt.
Order. Order. Sit. Order.
I object, Mr.
This is extremely disorderly behavior. Not only did you refer to other members in the Senate as spineless.
Yeah, fuck you.
Extremely disorderly behavior. I order the honorable gentleman to withdraw that comment immediately. Mr. Knott's feelings.
I apologize and withdraw, Mr. President. The members must stand up for what is right. I demand that they do so. And while I apologize and withdraw for my unparliamentary statements, it does not change the sentiment that they must, in fact, uphold their duties per their oath and vote in the best interest of the people.
Thank you. Point of order, Mr. Timberwalk.
Motion to hold one.
Okay, order. May I just take a moment? Mr. Timberwalk, if you seek recognition to make a motion, all you need to do is stand up. If you wish to raise a matter with the chair, as in you feel that something has been said that's out of order, you have a question for me about something, that's what a point of order is for. You don't need to say point of order every time you stand up. If you have a question about something, that whether or not something is in order, or you have a question for me, that is when you rise on a point of order. I'm happy to recognize your motion, but you can't raise a point of order and make a motion during the point of order. Mr. Timberwalk.
Retract my motion.
You retract the motion? You don't have to retract the motion. No. Order. Mr. Timberwalk, you're recognized.
No, I'm good. He's gone. Like,
Mr. President, may I have the floor?
Mr. Dentix.
Thank you. In response to the honorable gentleman from Sterling, I believe that if you believe that Arthur Chen has made a mockery of anything, I believe that the person who's actually made a mockery of the proceedings and what has been done is Adam Stratton for enabling this behavior by not only abusing admin to drop all the tools that Arthur Chen has picked up by streaming
Order. I
evidence
have
of
to
the
say,
crime
can I
using-
interrupt everybody? Order. Mr. Stratton, not called for. Put it down.
The only reason
Put it-
that any of this has happened and
Your
has continued
order.
to happen.
Just a moment, please. Guys, I ask that you be mindful of the fact that we are very close to reaching the 30-minute hold timer that is placed on all sides. For those of you that are peace officers, we're very close to reaching that 30-minute timer, and I would hate to have any peace officer end up losing their point because of some kind of order, because of some kind of violation of that. Additionally, I ask members to be mindful of the time. It is now nearly half past midnight. If we're not going to make a decision with this, I would ask that we find some way to adjourn because I'd like to go to bed.
May I finish?
Mr. Identix.
Thank you. Being as all of this has happened because of the blatant abuse of Mr. Stratton, I propose two motions. The first, to let Arthur go, and the second, to hold Adam Stratton in contempt for all of the actions taken by Arthur Chen. Because none of these actions would have been taken if it weren't for the
You've made your
enabling of
motion.
Adam
Sit
Stratton
down.
and the protection. And now he just tased me.
There's no fucking point in me trying to maintain order in the chamber if everyone here is going to ignore what I'm saying. And I speak especially right now to Mr. Stratton. Order.
Can I take let go, please?
The question order.
My wrist hurt.
Order. The question is that Mr. Chen be let go. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. The question is the second has been moved. Mr. Knott's feelings. We are serious because it is 12:30 at night. We are very serious about this. We're proceeding. The question is that Mr. Chen be let go. As many as are of that opinion, say aye.
Aye.
Of the contrary, no.
No.
Wait, aye. Sorry. Say that again.
The question is that Mr. Chen be let go. Pay attention. The question is that Mr. Chen be let go. As many as are of that opinion say aye.
Aye.
Of the Mr. Chen, you will not speak. If you wish to actually be let go, you'll show respect. The question is that Mr. Chen be let go. As many as are of that opinion say aye.
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 Of the contrary, no.
No.
I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it.
Mr. President, request a
Trench.
roll call vote.
Very well. See, this is the thing that I get mad at you guys about because it's time to. This has gone on long enough. We're wasting everyone's time, including yours. The question is that Mr. Chen be let go. Mr. Identix.
Aye.
Mr. Timbawalk.
Aye.
Mr. Knott's Feelings.
No.
Mr. United GPT.
Aye.
Order. The ayes are 3, the nays are 1, the abstains are 0. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Mr. Chen is let go.
Mr. President, I motion to hold Adam Stratton in contempt, and should he be held in contempt, I motion to ban him from all further and future sessions of these chambers.
Second.
Unhand me right now, or I'm gonna sue the shit out of you, Sibley.
Shut up.
Objection.
Bro, Adam, if you fucking touch me.
Order. I'm begging members that we adjourn after this. I'm begging them. I really am. The question is that Mr. Adam Stratton be held in contempt of the Senate. Is there a second?
Second.
Objection.
Then, very well, we'll do a roll call vote because somebody's going to ask me for it anyway. The question is that Mr. Stratton be held in contempt of the Senate. Mr. Dentix.
Aye.
Mr. Timbawalk.
No.
Mr. Knott's Feelings.
Aye.
Mr. United GPT.
Aye.
Order. The ayes are 3, the nays are 1. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Order.
Mr. President.
Nobody's standing.
That was
Sure, right here.
Mr.
I'd
Timbawalk.
like to change my vote to yes. Aye.
The question passed. Unless we're going to do a motion to
record.
reconsider by someone who voted on the prevailing side, your vote is your vote.
Mr. President, I move to reconsider.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Without objection, the question is that Mr. Stratton be held in contempt of the Senate. Mr. Dentix.
Okay, are you seriously gonna hold me in contempt?
Mr.
Actually?
Timbawalk.
Bro.
Yes. Aye.
Mr. Knott's Feelings.
Yes.
Mr. United GPT.
Yes.
Order. The ayes are 4, the nays are 0, the abstains are 0. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. I remind members that a motion to reconsider can be made once and once only. I won't entertain another. Mr. Dentix.
President, I motion to ban Adam Stratton from all for all future sessions of these chambers.
I don't.
Second.
I have to say, I don't believe this is a provision of the rules, nor do I believe we've ever done this.
There's a first time for everything. Set the precedent.
I think this is very discourteous of members to do so, but
Yes, but every time, like, there's
It's very
something every
discourteous for
session.
him to get up in VC and yell and stream Arthur Chen's chase, wild goose chase,
Like-
across the county.
Like, and,
After he
and I'm
just
gonna be
said
honest.
20 minutes prior that he wouldn't do that.
Like, and I'm gonna be honest.
order. The question is that Mr. Order. The question is that Mr. Stratton be banned from further attendance of Senate sessions. Is there a second?
Second.
As many as are of that opinion say aye.
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 Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it.
I would also like to motion to ban Arthur Chen from any future sessions.
Second.
Not that you guys are listening to me lately.
Dude, like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, a lot less drama would happen if both of them are not here. So.
The question
he
is
can't
that
get
Mr.
himself-
Order.
He can't get himself into trouble.
Order. Mr. Dentix, order.
Apologies.
The question is that Mr. Chen be banned from further sessions of the Senate. Is there a second?
Second.
As many as are of that opinion say aye.
Aye.
Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it.
Mr. President,
Mr. Knott's Feelings.
I move that Mr. Chen be held in contempt for bringing a loaded weapon onto the Senate floor.
A second. I retract that. Impulsive.
Yeah, hold on.
The
Does he actually have a
question-
loaded weapon?
He has a loaded weapon.
Order.
Right now.
Order. Mr. Knott's Feelings. Order. The question is that Mr. Chen be held in contempt again. Is there a second? Without a second, the motion fails.
Are you guys fucking serious right now?
Mr. President, I motion to have both Arthur Chen and Adam Stratton removed from the chambers. Without contempt. Without contempt.
Order. The question is that Mr. Chen and Mr. Stratton be ejected from the chamber. As many as are of that
Second.
opinion say aye.
Aye.
Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it.
Mr. President,
Mr. Timbawalk.
I motion to adjourn.
Is there a second to that?
I second.
There's a second.
Oh, actually, point of order,
because
Mr. President.
Point of order, Mr. Dentix.
I would like, Mr. President, I would like the chair to acknowledge the passing of Justice Insert Reality, and to hold a moment of silence.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Mr. President.
Mr. Timberwalk.
Okay, I motion to adjourn again.
I second.
I'm going to do a roll call vote because I know that at least one member will ask for it. The question is that this house do now adjourn. Mr. Dentix.
Aye.
Mr. Timberwalk.
Aye.
Mr. Knott's Feelings.
Yes.
Mr. United GPT. The ayes are 3, the nays are 1, abstains are 0. Order. This House stands adjourned, or the Senate shall stand adjourned until Friday evening, to the time to be determined, but it will be Friday evening when we convene again. Order. Order.
When's the certain time going to take Adam to jail?
Yeah, like, can someone boot him off team and arrest him? At the very least,
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, at the very least, can we like execute Adam by firing squad if he's not going to get off team?